Oh. Hey! Totally messed that up. I clicked the wrong button. Anyways, hi everybody. Welcome back. This is our last stream for the Manga Freakathon this year. So we're just gonna kind of wrap everything up and talk about what we read, some of the good stuff, the bad stuff, and anything else. It could be whatever. So you never know with these live streams. So hi, hello, thanks for waiting. Yeah, we're
my fault.
We're a little late, but it's all good. Hi, Hfield. So yeah, I'm sure you know everybody by now. We've been here week after week for the reading sprints, and it's been a lot of fun with a lot of people. So I think we're going to do this again next year. And I think we all like it so much that we're going to continue doing reading sprints at least once a month. So look forward to that. Yeah. And Sue's got some fireworks in the background.
What is going on? What was that?
I thought you did that on purpose.
That's cool.
No, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch anything.
I think you did 2 thumbs up. Does that trigger something?
Oh my god! Wait, let's try this again.
Yes! Oh!
Oh my god!
Do you have a Mac computer?
That's
cool. It's just my phone.
Oh, is it an iPhone?
That's fun.
I think with Apple products, it does that for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh my god! I was like, wow, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
What happens if you do a thumbs down?
He's really excited.
Yeah. Try doing thumbs down and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
No, they don't like negativity.
Oh!
I'm scared to do other fingers. I won't.
Oh, yeah, that could be fun.
See, this will be a problem for me because I would just be on there just doing different hand signals. Just see what comes out.
That would be fun. So yeah, we've had a lot of fun together, and we just want to continue that. And I'm thinking we'll come up with a theme every month or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I think that could be fun. So we don't have to read the same thing unless we want to read the same thing. Then we could read the same thing. But I kind of just reading whatever you want to read. I think it's more fun. Hi, Laura.
Yeah, I think because we have such.
Yeah, we have a lot of different tastes, and I think it's more fun to talk about different stuff. That way, you could possibly find a new favorite or stay away from something you probably won't like. Right? Hi, Moomines. Yes, this was fun. Good. I'm glad. So yeah, we're going to continue on doing the reading sprints, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. But tonight, I don't know. Do we want to talk about our favorite things first, or Bizarre? Do you got something to say?
Did you want to just first go around and just talk about how well you feel like you did, and then maybe talk about the prompts just a little bit first, and then go into the questions?
Sounds good to me. You want to start?
Let's go from the bottom to the top today. Christy?
Oh, okay. I did not do very good because work had me running ragged. So, let me see. I'm trying to look up some of the prompts. I got some of the prompts. I got demon, weapon, fangs, murder, accident, death, and magic. I liked Demon Slayer. I read volume 2. I'm really liking that series so far. What else did I read? Oh yeah, Doru Hidoru. I read the first and second of that one. What else? Oh, and I attempted. Chloe's probably mad at me because
I'm not mad.
This and get this in, but I've yet to finish it. But I promise I'm going to finish it soon.
That's a good one.
But
really good.
Mhm.
so yeah, that's about all I did. But I definitely enjoyed what I read. So
Good. That's
Awesome.
awesome. That's all that matters.
Yeah. As long as you had fun and read something, that's good.
Chloe?
I actually was able to finish my whole bingo sheet just barely. I got it done at like midnight last night, and I was like, I'll post it later. So I posted earlier today.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought I did pretty good. I got like 19 volumes read, so I was pretty happy.
And you also read some thick ones too, so.
Yeah, which
Mhm.
if I was to count those as multiple volumes, it'd probably be more like 20, 21 volumes. So,
Nice.
yep, I thought I did pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Kitty Cat?
I got everything but Chainsaw.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god.
come on.
I tried to, and I was starting to read Doro Hey Doro at the end because I'm like, okay, there's got to be a chainsaw, but of course it's around Halloween time, so I'm busy trying to like get everything set up in any spare moment. I was like trying to quickly go through the comic and the manga, and yeah, I didn't. I was not successful. I got up to volume 7 with Doro Hey Doro, and then it turned to midnight, and so I was like, well, there we go. But I read altogether, I think 7 series, and
wow.
I think
Oh.
32 volumes of manga.
Good job.
I think, yeah. So I read Otherworld Barbara, The Horizon, The Summer Hikaru Died, Homunculus, Dark Gathering, and is that it? Oh, Blood on the Tracks. Wait, no,
Oh,
34 volumes of manga. So yeah. So that's all I did. So everything else I was able to find, but yeah, that chainsaw, it just eluded me once again.
Well, I won't be here next year, so rest assured.
Sue?
Yeah, so I finished my bingo. But I had finished it last week, but I just posted it on Instagram today because I'm took time. I read pretty much what I wanted to read. So I read Geo, DRCL, Queen's Quality, Phantom Tales of the Night, Volume 3, Zom 100, 7 and 8, Soichi. I read Mermaid Saga 1 and 2, Mimi's Tale of Terror, Jojo Bizarre's Adventure, but it's like, it's not the horror really. And then Tomie, which this is a book where you need to go in and out of because it's like, yeah. So I had started in September, and then I did a bit this month, and I think that's what I'm going to read tonight because I feel not achieved in Tomie. I'm disappointing her and me. But it went well.
Good.
Good.
Tony?
I got everything except for Chainsaw as well.
Really?
Annoying, but I'll live. And then I read 50 volumes, which is too much manga to be reading in a month, but that's what I read. Like 18 of those were rereads, so they're really fast to reread. I read some good stuff. I read some bad stuff, as per usual. And I don't know. It's too many to list all of them, so I'm not going to. But I have favorites and least favorites next to me.
Okay.
We'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
Hey, it went really well. I read more than I thought I would. I read about 38 to 40 volumes, just depending on what you count as, which, and like I said a little bit earlier before we went live, is that like last year I spent the whole entire month like reading, and I didn't read nearly as much. And then this month I didn't feel like I like forced myself to read, and I did a lot of other things that I read more. So I don't know what that's about, but that's really awesome. And yeah, I did drop a series just because it was just okay, but I really enjoyed pretty much everything that I read and didn't hate anything. So, and then the bingo, I completed it. And then the little side fun challenge thing, I completed that too. I do apologize because I was awful at posting on social media. Next year, I'm planning on like putting some time aside every single day and like setting an alarm or something to do social media. But I stuck to that this year. But I will. That's one thing that I want to improve next year. But yeah, and I'm planning on posting a lot of stuff that I read throughout November. So yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Like Tony, I read like 50, I think it was 53 volumes, which
great.
is a ton. Most of them were really good. I only really disliked maybe 2 or 3 things that I read, which isn't bad for 53 of them. I got through all of my TBR, but it helps if you just drop series along the way and they just disappear.
I know that. I know all about that.
So I think I dropped like, let's see, I dropped Monster, which I didn't even list the things I read, which I did read 1 volume, but I didn't finish it, so I didn't put it on there. So I dropped that, which I probably lose my weeb card for that one, but maybe I'll try the anime. I don't know. It was just too like snooze fest for me, but you know.
I think you should because the 3rd volume is kind of slow, but then it picks back up.
Okay. Well,
I'm surprised because
anime.
I thought you were really into that one. Because you
I
talked
was
about it
like
a
the
lot.
first, yeah, the first and second one. I think what was I reading? The 4th one, I think I was in. It might have been the 3rd one. I don't remember, but yeah, I was kind of like bogged down. I'm just like, I'm gonna fall asleep at any minute. So yeah, that one got dropped. Sorry if it's your favorite. I know a lot of people like that one. I thought I would too, but I don't know. I'm just getting ruthless with what I start just unhauling.
Sometimes you gotta-
But yeah, I got a lot. There's 2 things in here that like surprised me that I actually like, and I'm like, why do I like this? I don't know. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, it was a good month of reading, and I caught up with a whole bunch of stuff. I finished some series. Well, no, just 1 series. I finished 1 series and got into another one. So yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just want to add something. I was talking more of my horror genre that I read, but I also read other things. Just so you know, I had the palate cleanser. So I did read The King's Beast Volume 11, No Longer Heroine Volume 4, Nina and the Starry Bride Volume 1, which is amazing.
Oh,
New
I just got
series
that
that
one.
just came out. I love it. And Kowloon, Generic Romance Volume 5. So
Oh, I still need to read that one.
yeah.
What's the
So
name of the one that you loved again?
Nina of the Starry Bride.
Okay.
I have it. Oh, and yes, and then the one I was talking about last week, Go with the Clouds North by Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one.
Did you include it?
Okay.
Did you include it for your like for the bingo play, like the ones that your palate cleansers?
No, because I didn't find the things I wanted in those volumes.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I've read other series. I just didn't include it for my Halloween thing. But yeah.
Yeah. It's more my monthly
I'm trying to remember
reads.
what I think I read like
Sorry?
From the Red Fog, but I did that one last year, so I wasn't including it because it just came out with its finished volume. And I know that there was other, I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah, okay.
Hi, Elite. How's it going? He said, I read 1 volume last night, still couldn't get a bingo. Oh, no. Or said, I got a bingo, but forgot to post it. Oh, I think I posted my blackout, but I don't remember if I did or not. I'll have to go
Yeah, I
check.
still need to post everything. I'm going to edit tonight.
Oh, yeah. Same,
I
but
have
all but
finished editing.
Chainsaw.
Wow, so many people couldn't
Yeah,
find a chainsaw.
Chainsaw Man, people, come
That's a
on.
chainsaw stupid.
Yeah, go post it now, Laura. Well, not now. Stay here with us, but yeah, go post it.
I don't tell people to leave.
Like today's stream winners.
Winners, the ones that did the I guess blackout maybe.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't keep up with that. We're all.
We didn't do a giveaway this year, actually. Yeah,
I think I mentioned it and I completely forgot about it. I'm going to be.
I did too. Yeah, no giveaway this year.
I'm so awful.
We failed. Maybe next year.
Oh, really? That's why I was doing it. Oh man!
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
bummer.
I feel
Not true.
awful now. I feel awful.
I
I
am
forgot
joking.
all about it.
The giveaway is our presence in these streams. That's the giveaway.
Exactly.
These
There
fun
we
streams
go.
is the giveaway. There you go. We're all winners here.
Sorry,
Let
guys.
me see if I can find it. I don't know. Yeah, post it. Just look at the cover of Chainsaw Man. Cross it off. See? Elite,
No,
Elite's
I
got
refuse.
it. I've been back and forth between Yona the Dawn and Living Room Matsunaga-san. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just checked. I read over 100 volumes. Dang, Moonbeans! I read all
Wow.
of it.
Crazy.
Neverland. Moonbeans is the winner, I think.
Yeah.
Dang, girl. Boy, girl? Sorry, Moonbeans. I don't know. Yeah, that is amazing. Oh my goodness. Well, I still
Yes, no longer healing. I'm obsessed.
That cover is amazing though.
I'm on the fence about that one. Do y'all think I would like it, judging on my taste?
Oh yeah. It's
Really?
it's like drama and they make all the wrong decisions. You'd love it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a better form of hot gimmick, I feel like.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I probably would like
Yeah.
it. I love
Not
talking
as toxic. I
Which
feel like.
team?
Which team are you on, Sue, for Nina and the Starry
Am
Bride?
I
Oh, like the love interest?
I
The triangle?
do. I have a blank. I don't even know. Well, I read the full volume, and the second volume's not out. But now I have to think about it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Hmm.
I have
Yeah,
to
I
look
haven't
at it now.
up yet.
But you have it, eh? You said.
Convinced me I need to give it a second chance and hoping that the love triangle doesn't make my heart explode with angst. Oh, she's team Azure for the win. Azure?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now I
need to
remember.
read that.
I think you're
Dang,
gonna
I'm
like it,
gonna
Mark.
read more manga in a month than I read in a year. You quit playing that Pokemon. Oh, I thought you were doing a giveaway. No, we forgot this year. We discussed it and then totally just forgot about it.
Yeah.
Next year we'll do it. Man, brace yourself for the love triangle, Sue. I read volumes 1 through 3 on Twitter and 1 through 3 on Twitter, and love triangle is intense.
Oh, okay. That's why maybe the beginning is not too intense, so I haven't made a choice, but I like Azure.
Okay. I haven't gotten to the crazy part yet. I meant on K manga. LOL. Okay. I was like, I didn't know they had manga on Twitter.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, when did that become a thing?
It's okay. We still love you, Laura. Do we want to get into what we loved or what we hated?
I think we should say what we hated for last.
Okay. And on a
Because that might
terrible
be.
note.
Wait, maybe
And on a sour note.
And
I
on
was
a
just
sour
thinking
note.
that might take longer. That's whatever.
That's true. Yeah. It's 10 volumes in, and people said she still hasn't chosen a love interest. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow!
Whoa. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Decisions. Okay, so what our favorite things were?
Yes, let's do that one first, and then maybe what surprised us the most. next.
Okay. So surprises next.
And
You
if
want
we
to
can think of
start
any
with Christy again?
yeah.
Okay.
Me again?
Yep.
Well, since I didn't read a lot, I don't have much to go by, but I did enjoy Demon Slayer. I think that was my favorite. The volume 2, I think that was my favorite out of all that I read. But Doro volume 2 definitely did pick up more, so I'm excited to continue that series. And of course, starting this, I'm excited to finish this whenever I get a chance to. So
Good stuff.
that's about it for me. I don't have fun fireworks.
I can do it for you.
I'll do it for you after. Or I could do it now. Wait.
Yeah.
If anybody needs firework, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Got us covered.
Yeah, that's covered. Okay, perfect.
How about you, Chloe? What's your
Okay.
favorite things?
So I picked my top 5. So this is the one that I read last night. I really liked this one. It was really good. And then, which Marg didn't end up liking these, but I did.
That's fine, you know. Everyone,
I just like how
there's
crazy
something
it
for
was.
everyone. You bought the rest of it from me, didn't you? That's
Yep.
right. Yep.
And then I got this one,
Yeah.
which this is the one I found Chainsaw in. So I got Chainsaw from it.
How did I miss that? Hold on. What?
Yeah.
I'm in volumes 3 through 7. How did I miss the chainsaw?
Let's see. I took a picture of which page it was on. Give me 1 second. Because I was going to tell you guys I found Chainsaw in it.
Yeah. I'm surprised Marg has volumes on the shelf.
That is so true.
I did unhaul a whole lot. That's how Elite. That's how you get through like your TBR. You just unhaul everything, and then there's nothing.
That's true. That's 100% true. I know from experience. That's how you get rid. That's how you lower your TBR.
I just assumed you were like, I'm done. I'm just getting rid of everything.
No. That's why I had to tell people, I'm like, everything's fine. I'm fine. It's just
Like,
start working out this month.
I
So
liked that one, but maybe she didn't like it as much.
yeah, people are like, did something happen? And I'm like, do you need money? I'm like, no, I'm fine. They're like, are you quitting Mangagram? Are you quitting? And no, I'm not. I'm like, I'm still reading manga, just not those. Too
Did
funny.
you find it, Chloe?
Yeah, on page 134 at the bottom, it like references volume 3, and it's like a reference scene. I don't know if I can show that down here.
Let me see if I can. Can I click on you? No. Let's see.
Up in this page, kind of hard to show. Right there.
Oh, okay.
It's like really small.
I feel like
It's like he's using a chainsaw to open a door.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we always do.
I saw that and I was like, is that a chainsaw? Oh, look, it's a chainsaw.
That's funny.
Well, that's how I found my chainsaw.
Way to go. You got some eagle eyes.
Right? And then this was probably my most favorite read of the month. I really liked this one.
Poor Tony.
I wish I could have that. That's the only book on my TBR I didn't get to read, but it wasn't my
Let's
fault.
talk about Crunchyroll again.
Hopefully they'll get a choose.
Who knows where
And
it
then
is?
the last book on my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that one too.
Yeah.
Those were probably my 5 favorite series / books I read.
Nice. That's funny. I think our lists are going to be somewhat the same. How about you, Kitty Cat?
Well, that's an unfair question because of Doro Hey Doro, even though I reread it, like that's gonna be my favorite because it's Doro Hey Doro. It's in my top 5 of all time. I freaking love that series. And I'm probably happy most with Otherworld Barbara. Simply was more because I was able to finish it all in one. Like, so I was able to complete the whole series, and it was good. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I have more to say about what I hate, the ones I hate.
That's very relatable.
I think that's all of us. Yeah.
But yeah, I know that you dropped Dorohedoro, right, Mark?
I did.
You
I
tried
don't know
one.
if I was just like not in the mood, but like it's still
I say
interesting.
my suggestion is watch the anime.
Okay.
Definitely, because it's a little chaotic when you first try to get into it because there's so much like craziness, kind of chaos going on. But it's easier to sort of get used to the pacing in the anime than it is the manga. I will say that.
Okay, I'll try the anime out because I was slightly confused reading. I'm like, what? So
yeah, it's very chaotic and it is a little confusing with the anime, not just because like it's confusing, but it goes really fast and it just kind of puts you in. But it's easier to get used to, and like you know, I just wanted to.
I
Two cents about that. I'm like, Doro, hey Doro. No, I'm just joking. If you hate it, you hate it. I don't care. But yeah.
No, I tend to like shonen, seinen, like watching it instead of reading it. So
yeah.
I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but is it dubbed?
It can be dubbed, I think.
It's on
I don't know. I never tried watching a dub.
I'll look.
I think it is dubbed.
Is it? Okay.
I think so.
You won't get hate from me because I watch them mostly dubbed too. So
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I want to read, I'm just gonna go read my manga. That's
exactly.
Unless the voice acting in English is like just terrible or like ear piercing.
99.9% of the time.
Right, yeah. Then I'm like,
so that's mostly why I choose sub, just because I cannot stand the voice acting or the English dub.
It is dubbed, Bizarre.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
It is.
Sue? Okay. I just didn't want to talk on top of you. The ones I really enjoyed was Mermaid Saga, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 there was more action, I found. Like, it was a bit more gory, I feel like. But I really, really, really enjoyed it. And the next one after that is the same thing, Chloe, Mimi's Tale of Terror. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are my faves.
Tony?
Okay. I'll limit it to 3. First one is Dracula, because I like Dracula, and this was a good adaptation of Dracula. So that one was good. And then, see, the other 2, I feel like I'm cheating because they're not the first volumes of things. They're continuing volumes of series I've already read and enjoyed. So, but whatever.
That's okay.
The Summary Card Died, Volume 2. I really like how atmospheric this series is. The rural Japan setting is a fantastic setting for a horror manga.
Yes.
And so that, and then this part had a moment that was genuinely creepy. I was reading it on the sprint, actually, and you can't hear me because I was muted, but I might have dropped a swear word while I was reading that. And then I have Night of the Living Cat, Volume 3, because this series is hilarious.
Definitely.
It's just very funny how these characters are acting like it's a zombie apocalypse, but they can't help but want to pet the cats because they're just so
cute.
Yeah. It reminds
how
me
are
of
they,
like
how are they going to live? Yeah, how are they going to live in a world without cats? It's just not worth living, basically. So it's very funny. So those are my 3.
Can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a hard time narrowing it down, but I everything. I have 4, and I gave 5 stars to all of them. This one was kind of a reread. I read the first, I think, 3 volumes, but then I went up to volume 9, Phantom Tales of the Night, and this was just so freaking good. It's supernatural dark, like a whole bunch of short stories that are all connect at the end, and can't wait to actually finish the series. But I only had up to volume 9, and
Yeah, the last volume comes out in
Isn't that
January, I think.
in January.
Oh, the last one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we're not going to talk about it, but there you go. And then this one's so crazy. Like, if you're 18 or younger, do not read this at all. This one kind of confused me. It's supposed to be very feminist, and but like some of the things in there was like it's kind of graphic. I don't know if I should even say on the stream, but like there was one story that I kind of like absolutely hated. It was about these high school like chicks paying older gentlemen to do stuff to them. And it was
Homunculus.
like it was a lot worse because I don't know, but like it just made me feel very unsettled, and I kind of like hated this, and I think you should burn it, but at the same time, I felt like the author wanted it to feel that way. So like it was so good because the author got that point across, but I don't know. And then there was something that was like so inappropriate. Like there was this there's like a college setting after the high school setting, and I think one of the chicks from high school went to college because they're short stories, but they all kind of connect, which I'm learning that I really enjoy that setup. But she walks into her room, and this older lady is her like roommate, and she's doing inappropriate stuff to herself, and she's into other people watching, and she doesn't even ask for consent. Like, if you're into that, that's fine, but like it's so rude. Like, I don't know, it just made me feel very uncomfortable. But like, and that's just an example of all the stories in here. Like,
My goodness.
it's so messed up, and I hated it.
What's this called again?
Oh, sorry, I'm really awful. I didn't even say the title. Magician A. I think.
Wow.
Can we burn it?
Stay away from
Should we
Magician
burn
A,
it right
right?
now?
Yeah, let me go get my lighter.
Okay.
But at the same time, I absolutely loved this. I loved it so much, but I hated it so much.
Maybe that's the one you should have read.
I don't know. I'm so weird. I don't know if that made any sense, but I probably didn't. And one of my new favorites, I tried. I can't talk. Centaurs, and it's this was perfect. It was like a fantasy setting. It's pretty much about I didn't even read the back, so I don't know how much I can say without like spoiling it. But it's pretty much about centaurs and humans like fighting, and they used to get along, but now they don't, and so they capture the centaurs and use them in war, and they do horrible things to them, like cut off their arms so they can't like fight back, and they kind of like make them into like tools, and instead of like it is really messed up. Yeah, it's really brutal.
If I had known that, I would have read it this month.
Yeah,
I have it over there. I just haven't read it. It's right over there.
you should. Please message me as soon as you read it, because it is so freaking good, and I'm really glad that. And I actually read this like an hour before midnight, so I was like, I was like tired. I was like, I don't want to read it anymore. I was like, no, I'm going to read this, and I did, and I'm so glad I did. So, highly recommend this. But yeah.
It's only going to be a 6-volume series too.
Oh, is it really? Awesome.
Oh, low commitment. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm writing that one down. Centaurs, eh?
Yeah,
That's very
someone recommended it
interesting.
to me a long time ago.
It's really good.
All right, sold. Was that was all of them?
Yes.
All right. So most of you guys have already mentioned some of these. I really like this one. I really like the gimmick of the open it this way for American, open it the other way for the Japanese authors. Really good. There was actually a jump scare in here. A jump scare, like you turn the page and you're like, oh my gosh. That I feel like that story was my favorite. I don't know why. I think
there were a
it was
couple of them.
yeah, I liked pretty much every story I did like every story in here, but that one, I don't know, it was just so weird, and the fact that I got freaked out by turning the page, that's never happened to me before. So really love this one.
What was it called again? I'm sorry. What was it?
Betwixt.
Betwixt. Okay.
Yeah, it is not a Junji Ito title. He just did the cover art and the forward and forward and
On
backward,
both sides.
I guess. Yeah, the forward and the forward. A lot of people thought it was another Junji Ito, and it's not. It's a bunch of different authors. So really cool. Love that. I hope they do more of that kind of thing in the future.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would love that. And then
Now I want to get it.
Like everyone, I caught up 3. I read 3 through 7. So good. We're almost to the part where the live action is, and the live action I think we're getting next year, season 3. So I went searching because I'm like, this feels like it's going to end, and I looked it up, and it ends at we get 2 more volumes of this. So there's like 18 volumes, and I'm like, well, I feel like that will be the end of the live action. So I went searching. Apparently there's 2 like sequels to this. There's one called Retry and one called something else. So I'm like, hello Viz, are we gonna get those? Because we need those because this is ending soon. So yeah, I really hope we get the 2 sequels. So very good if you like death game kind of things. I also really liked Hikaru. Was it the summer Hikaru died? Very eerie, very creepy. I feel like this is one of my favorite horror, like new horror series, because it's just so weird and creepy. I love it. So didn't think I would. So, and then of course Mimi's Tale of Terror. Sorry, Tony, to keep.
This is my tale of terror right here.
Tony's Tale of Terror. All of these are really good. I really enjoyed all the short stories in these. I think my favorite one would have to be the one about the beach, and I think we talked about that on an earlier one. That and the first short story about the weird apartment people. That was kind of weird. Didn't really get an ending to that one, so really good like that. And then I have Golden Kamui, which I am now obsessed with. I read volumes 2 and 3 and then immediately bought the rest of the series, which I try not to do because it's bitten me before, but this is just so good. It's just so good.
What is that one about? I see that one a lot.
What is it not about? It's
too
like
complicated. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like an action, adventure, thriller, mystery, horror. It's got food stuff. It's got like educational things. I mean, it has like a whole bunch of stuff. But basically, this guy is trying to get money for his comrade's wife.
Yeah.
So she can get eye surgery that costs a whole lot of money in America. And he stumbles upon this guy, and he tells him this secret to this treasure, and it has to do with people having tattoos. I don't want to go too much into it because just the striking, it's horrific, and it's got a good psychopath in it, and I'm just obsessed. It's got a really strong female lead character, which is her on the front. But yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend it. It's not for like the younger crowd. I was trying to see. they don't have a rating. Oh, it says mature. So not for the younger crowd, but it's really good. And then last but not least is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I finally caught up on this. I started at volume 7 and read all the way to 18. These are like super fast reads too, and the art is amazing. And I don't really like supernatural, like horror kind of like yokai stories, but this one's just phenomenal. So highly recommend it. So those are all my favorites. Yeah. Let's see. We need to catch up with the chat. They've been chatting a lot. Yeah. Laura, I was just thinking how wild. It's wild you guys read such similar things. Yeah. Shocking. Meanwhile, I read The Haunted Bookstore with no kind of spooky stuff. It's all good. My reads are also different. What did you read, Elite? That makes me feel better. I'm a dub girl too. Girl, I got it. I got it right the first time. I'm too ADHD to watch TV. I don't watch that much TV. Dubbed is better than subbed. I work remotely, so I need to be able to get to work done while watching anime. Oh, nice.
I'm the same.
I've heard good things about that Dracula manga. Yeah, it's real good. The art's amazing. Oh man, I can't wait to read that. Yeah. Still in my last right stuff box, waiting till I film my unboxing. Too busy playing Pokemon to record videos nowadays.
Pokemon.
One Piece. Don't play the One Piece. What is that? Oh, trading card
game.
Pokemon is enough for now. Pokemon card games. But all right. So are we doing the ones now that most surprised you?
Yes.
Okay. So
And
most surprising.
If anyone else can think of any questions, like a question, then yeah.
Okay. What were your most surprising ones, Christy?
Honestly, I don't think I had any.
No?
Really. Because they were all like mainly second volumes or other volumes of ones I'd already read that I was liking. So
Gotcha. How about you,
Okay.
Chloe?
Okay. So the 3 that probably surprised me the most was this one. I'd been seeing it everywhere, and I was like, I didn't know if I should pick it up. And then you guys were talking about it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pick it up.
Peer pressure.
And it was really good. It almost made my top 5.
with manga.
Sweet.
And then I read this one, which this one shocked me. I wasn't sure if it's by the person who wrote Dora Hidoro.
Yeah, I want to pick that one up too.
But it was really good. I really ended up liking it.
Nice.
And then
Yeah, I definitely got to pick that one
Smoking
up.
Parade was probably my other surprising one. I thought it might be too gory, or it might be like, I don't know. But I ended up liking it. So
Yeah, that volume 1 was really good. It was super creepy. Like the birthday candles. Ugh.
right, yeah, that's what I was like, not sure if it'd be too much for me, but I can handle it. So I was like,
Yeah.
yep. But yeah, those are what surprised me the most.
Awesome. How about you, Kitty Cat?
Well, I guess the one thing that surprised me would be how much of a stinker Homunculus was, but I will save that till later.
Here we go. We're getting into the hate.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me too. Like, surprised me. I'm like, oh, the first one was so good, but the second one, ooh, that took a turn.
I'm like, what have you done? But yeah, I mean, that's about it. So
Oh, gotcha. How about you, Sue?
So are you talking about like shock, like in a good way or in a bad way?
I mean, either one.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
I would say what surprised me in a good way was Mermaid Saga, because I had seen the cover, and mermaids. I thought it was like something very sweet and cute and very
Yeah.
so I did not expect that, and I did not expect it to be as, I guess, gory as it is, especially coming from Takahashi. But I'm like, I was intrigued, and I really, really ended up really enjoying it as being my first on my list of the ones that I like. So I think that was the one that kind of surprised me. Are we gonna have a category about what we regret?
You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with
Yeah.
the hate part.
Yeah.
But it's not the hate. It's like not regret, but like, because you guys were talking about some books that I would have really loved to read, and I didn't have them, and now I'm like, I'm bummed.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
I actually have,
No, I will read them, but it won't be part of the Freakathon.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can save them for next year.
Oh
If you
no,
can wait
because
that long.
no, it's because I have the first one and I loved
Oh.
it, and I forgot the second one came out, and now you guys are
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about it, and I'm like, no. Yeah. Well,
can talk about
I
it in
finally
the
said
chat.
it, so I don't need to say it again.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Tony.
Okay, most surprising to me, I forgot to bring it over here, but the Book of Human Insects by Osamu Tezuka, because it surprised me because I literally had no idea what it was going to be about at all, because I don't research things before I read them. I just read them. But I didn't expect it to be about a woman who basically takes advantage of all the people around her and to be successful, and it's like a thriller based on that kind of. So I like that. And then the Wonder House of Horrors was definitely surprising to me because, again, I had no expectations for this. I just saw a horror manga, so I picked it up.
I actually got an arc for that from Starfruit, and it was really good.
Yep. I was surprised by how funny it was. I wasn't expecting it to be a horror comedy, but
Me too. Yeah.
I think horror and comedy is a great combination. And obviously both of those are very, very subjective genres, but this one works for me a lot. So
all the stories
I'm gonna
in there
pick that
are
up.
really good. They're like the images are crazy, but it's just so good. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so I've already talked about this one, but yeah, so yeah, this one surprised me because it made me feel like kind of like I never felt before reading something. But yeah, really fast though. This is not like Harbonk, whatever that is, because what was weird is that they actually paid the men, and then in whatever the men paid the high schoolers, so that it made it so much weirder. Yeah. Then this surprised me because I thought I was going to absolutely freaking hate it. I hated it, and I really thought I was going to hate it. And as after I finished it, and it was a very emotional ride. I was like, I had to think. I was like, because I was still like, I hate this, and I'm like, what? I don't hate this, and I was just like thinking like how it impacted me and everything else, and you guys would start confusing me, and I was like, and so yeah. But anyways, and then if you guys watched the TBR one that we did when we talked about what we were going to read, and I said that I read the first volume of this and I didn't like it, so it's going to be like a hate read. This was very wordy, and but I didn't love it, but I actually didn't hate it at the end. So that surprised me because I thought I was going to hate all of them, but it wasn't a hate read, so that's why that surprised me.
Is that one going to get unhauled?
We talked about that before. My BL collection is going to stay intact. I'm going to unhaul some other things.
It was a emotional roller coaster for you, eh? Bizarre.
What?
Of all the
all of
things
them.
you've read.
Oh yeah, this was a very emotional reading month. For sure, but in a good way, because that's what I love in reading. Like I love things that make me think and impact me. So it was awesome.
That's cool. All right. So this one kind of surprised me because I've heard so much hate about the second part of Chainsaw Man that I'm like,
Don't listen to them, Marg. Don't listen to them.
Don't? Oh, okay.
No, don't listen to them. Part 2 is good.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better because I'm like, what is everyone talking about? This is awesome. This is so funny. I laughed so hard at the chicken part, which I left a comment on Viz's picture of the chicken in this, and I said something like, the parts with the chicken cracked me up, and they wrote something back like, yeah, it was excellent something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that made my day. But
that's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah. But I love this. It was so I feel like the tones were a little bit different in this, but I still really liked it. I'm very curious of what's going to happen with this character. And then Denji shows up at the end and you're like, wait, what has he been doing? So I cannot wait to get volume 13. I think we get that this month, next month? Soon anyway. But yeah, I am all in. I'm gonna ignore what people are saying because that was good. And this one kind of surprised me because I didn't know what to really expect. I don't know a whole lot about Dracula or vampire lore stuff, but the art in this was really amazing. The story was very captivating, and I'm excited to find out what happens next. I think I still need to watch that 90s Dracula movie. I've been trying to track it down.
If you watched that yet.
Yeah, I haven't. I'll probably watch it this month sometime because it sounds right up my alley. So this was really good. I can't wait. The mangaka is also coming out with another one called Innocent. So I'm definitely curious. Since I like this one, I'll probably pick that one up too. This one I picked up on a whim because of the title. I just thought it was funny. And the write-up on the back was talking about a ghost, a haunted apartment. And that this girl moves in. It's a supernatural romance. It's a webtoon thing. So I was like, well, I'll pick it up. I saw it at Walmart of all places. And I'm like, well, I'll pick it up. I flipped through it. I'm like, ooh, this art is just wow. I love it. And my hair is sticking out of it. What's
the name of that one?
Freaking Romance.
Yeah, I saw it at Walmart too. I was thinking about picking it up.
I highly recommend it. It was so funny. I wasn't expecting it to be funny, but it's really good.
Is it a one?
This girl that moves into this apartment, and there's this guy that's pops in and out of her apartment, and he can't see her and she can't communicate with him, but she gets glimpses of his life. And then the second half of this volume is his side of the story and everything. It's so good. There's only 2 volumes of it. So, well,
that's nice.
This one, and then the next one comes out, I think December, maybe. I could be wrong about that, but there's only 2 volumes. So, but this made me laugh so hard.
That sounds
and
good.
then this one, this one surprised me because it is not. I don't really like vampire.
Is that Rose
stuff.
and Blood?
Yeah, it's something I don't really gravitate to, and the main female character in this is so dumb, so dumb. In this like house full of vampires. It's like a reverse harem thing, and they're all just like wanting to just suck her blood and kill her and eat her. But she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a maid for you guys, and it'll be fine, and we'll just live in one happy family." I'm like, "Girl, you're no." But the art's
That's all
really
I can
good.
think about when someone said Frozen Blood is how much the girl is stupid. That's all I know from it. You talk about you're like, this girl is just so stupid.
But there's like, it's all shrouded in like this mystery about these I want to say brothers, but I don't even know if they're brothers or not. So you're just trying to figure out what is their deal, and things just keep being unveiled where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to know the next one. And so yeah, your girl's probably going to pick up 4 and 5. It's only a 5-volume series, so I'm like, it'll be okay, right? So we'll see. I don't know. This really shocked me because I'm like, this is so dumb, but I need to know what happens. So I don't know.
Like I said before, sometimes it's fun to read trash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely that.
Right?
Like,
it's like good trash. It's good trash.
Yeah, like they toy with her all the time. I'm like, why are you standing for this? I don't know. Yeah. I'm still super shocked about Rosenblood. I know. It's something I don't know. I can't explain why I really like it. I think it's just the mystery about it. I agree that she really is, but I was invested in her and Levi's relationship. Yeah, I do like her and Levi's relationship, but I feel like there's something sinister about him that they're not like he can't be a good person, I feel like. So I don't know. That ship better sail despite all the other stuff that happens. Yeah.
That's all that Laura cares about. That ship must sail.
Yeah. I couldn't make it past volume 2, but I still want to know what happens. I'll let you know, Laura. But yeah, I'm super surprised about that. Oops, I missed one up here. My favorites were Witch Hat Atelier, reread, and surprised how much I loved Ajin and The Promised Neverland. Ajin's really good. I like that one. Oh, hello. How are you? Let me be in denial, Marg, about him being sinister. He's too nice out of all the guys, so he can't be sinister. I mean, girl, he's a vampire. But there is something sinister, like about the other. Was it 3 or 4 of them? No, there's 3 other ones, and then one's just like a wild animal. So I don't know what his deal is. So yeah.
So back to Sue's thing. Did anyone not get to read something that they wanted to read, or any regrets? Mine was I didn't get to read Terror Cafe. I did it in the TBR, and that's kind of a bummer because the first Manga Freakathon that I ever hosted, I read the first volume and I never continued it for some reason, and so I was like, I'm going to finish it this year no matter what. And then I saved it for the end because it's only 7 volumes, and I'm like, I can squeeze it in. I want to get everything else read, and then that was a big mistake because I didn't get to it. But other than that, yeah. Anyone else?
I would have liked to have finished Doro Hey Doro so I could see if there was a damn chainsaw in there, but I'll never. Which I might do because, like I said, up to 7. Now I'm like just curious. I'm like, I'm gonna probably still read the whole thing afterwards, just to see if there's a chainsaw. So yeah,
It's a chainsaw right here. Chainsaw man. And a cat. Chainsaw and a cat.
oh, kitty.
There's
no chainsaw with the cat, right? Like it's not gonna hurt the kitty, right?
No,
No. He saved the kitty.
Okay, good.
In 3 of my reads, a cat dies. I do not know why.
Oh yeah,
I had the same thing.
Same
I don't
thing.
like dead animals.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh no!
Like, really, guys?
Humans okay, but animals.
They know exactly.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Humans, get rid of them. But when it comes to animals, oh, it breaks my heart.
For real. What, Chloe, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was disappointed that I didn't get to read Dracula. I was going to, and I was saving it, and I just hadn't ended up reading it.
Yeah.
Well, besides the obvious, I would have liked to have read Fire Punch.
Yeah, Fire Punch.
I bought all of Fire Punch. I've read the first 2 volumes, but that was last month, I think. But I think a manga filled with cannibalism and other things would have fit for October, but I was reading other things instead. So I'll read that next month. Spoilers. Read it next month.
I can't talk. Christy, is there anything else that you wish you read?
I wish I would have been able to read like Holic and Noragami. I had those on my TBR, but they were big chunkers, and I just didn't get to them.
Yeah. What was funny is I was actually going to message you and see if you wanted to buddy read the first omnibus of Pollock, but I was like, I'm reading too much. There's no way I could fit it. So I didn't.
Well, if you still decide to, let me know. I'm gonna try and get this done first. But
Sue, is there anything else that you wanted to read?
No, I wish I finished Tomie, but that's not gonna happen. But apart from that, I think I'm satisfied with what I've read. Apart from The Summer Hikaru Died, Volume 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do kind of regret not reading more on the Viz app because I only got can't say it. I only read I only read Uzumaki. So but I mean that's a pretty thick volume, so I'm happy with it. But I did wish I read a little bit more on it.
Yes, Jack.
Oh, kitty.
We don't even need to be doing reading sprints to hear the kitty. It's a Mickey pet.
His name is Jack.
Aww.
Aw.
Oh,
it's so cute. So cute.
Is this the one that likes to be held?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one, I don't.
Yeah.
The other one, it is a female. Her name is Crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very active. She's like always gone. She doesn't want to stay.
So you have Crunchy and
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah.
I
Two
love those
sphinxes.
names.
Which is good because we're both allergic to cats. And but they don't have hair. But mind you, it's in the dander, but still it's less. You don't have fur everywhere, so
Yeah,
I got
the
used
more
to that.
dandruff.
Yeah, so I got used to both of them, but my husband still has reaction if he's being licked or something. But yeah, they're great cats.
It's interesting though. One's named Crunchy, and then you have such a normal name, Jack. What is there a story behind that?
Oh,
why?
Yeah, because Jack is the name we had given him, and then Crunchy's only gonna be 2 in February, and her name, how they give them names prior, and when she said Crunchy and she has some black here, I said, oh no, we're keeping the name. We thought it was so cute. And Crunchy, she eats like wires and stuff, so I'm like, great, we gave her the right name. It suits her perfectly.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Not cool to our wires.
Oh no. Not cool.
That's the one thing about having cats is sometimes they just destroy the weirdest things. Like, my cats have a problem with scratching, especially at the French door.
Scratching?
So now,
Yeah.
like, if the door now comes apart, it doesn't close properly. I have to get a whole new I think for the door and like the couch too. Oh, and then the door frames on all of the houses I've noticed are starting to get shredded. I was like, stop.
Do you have a lot of scratching posts
And
in your house?
elastic band. I have to be careful because she keeps trying to like go sneak the elastic bands on the kitchen sort of windowsill, and she'll go up there and sneak them, and then she almost like choked to death on one.
Okay, bye.
The kid had to
no.
sneak it out of her throat. Yeah, she likes
Okay.
to chew on elastic bands. So I have to make sure to be very, very careful not to have anything like that out because she'll find it.
Hmm.
I don't understand why.
One of my cats does that. He'll eat. Oh my gosh, he scared my fiance half to death because I had bought him this like yarn toy, and I thought if I loosened it a little bit, he would, play with it. And he wound up biting it and then pulling it, and he got the string caught in his throat. And my fiance literally had to pull it out.
Oh no!
Oh
So he
man.
wouldn't swallow it. That was
Well, see, that's exactly what my kid had to do with the elastic band in the throat. Yeah, they just.
yeah.
She is scared.
Just like really, out of all the things, like why? Why do you think that's tasty?
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Yeah.
He eats random stuff
the
off
hell,
the floor
Pat?
too. I'm like, you got food in your bowl. You don't have to dig for stuff on the floor.
Cats
I
are
call- we
strange
call
like that
them-
though. My cat does like I'll put water out for her, but she does not like that. What she wants is bathtub water. So she goes in the bathtub and she'll cry until I turn on like the faucet and so she can drink at bathtub water. She likes the bathtub. I don't know why.
Yeah, I used to have a cat like that would want the sink turned on, and so she could drink out of the sink. I'm like, seriously, I'm trying to brush my teeth.
Right?
It's actually
On your head.
the fact I've actually read a fact that they like moving water.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
that's why
Mm.
the fountains are so
Yeah.
popular.
Yes, and they
Because-
sell them, eh? To
Mhm.
like the
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
because
finally
my
got her
one
that,
cat-
and she left me alone.
Yeah, my one cat. He
Yeah,
would
well, that
play with
explains
it.
to me why my cats like to
Yeah.
drink out of
So-
like the old mat container or whatever. It's just been
Yeah.
sitting with the rainwater.
I
So
used to have a cat that would
Yeah.
dunk his hand in the bowl and lick it off his hand. Just dunk,
Mhm.
dunk. I'm like,
Oh
"Ew."
my god, that's so
nasty.
funny.
My cat would spill it because he couldn't see it, apparently. And then that's when we got the fountain, and then he was just like, "Oh, okay," and started
Yeah.
drinking it. I'm just like you were like Eddie, you were like Ed from Ed, Ed and Eddie. Like, hello.
Cats are fun.
They
they
are.
are strange.
Definitely.
Sometimes they can be demon childs too, because I got one of those. The one you
Yeah.
just saw. Look,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes he can
Oh,
be
yeah.
a demon child.
On Netflix, there is a documentary about cats' behavior. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to check that out.
Hmm.
Mm.
I like learning stuff like that about cats and their behaviors because they're so picky and so finicky. It's just
Yeah.
like, why do you
And they're
do
very,
that?
very individual. Like they have very individual quirks. I
Yep.
find.
Mhm.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes.
Where a dog is just like, oh, hi, I love you, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the cat's just like,
Yeah.
you're my human, so you do what I say. I don't do what you say.
So
Get that
true.
right, Connor.
That is so true.
Cats are intriguing because they're, when you're loved by a cat, it's like you worked hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right?
That doesn't come easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's funny is I wouldn't say hate, that's a strong one, but I didn't care for cats, and then my roommates got 2 cats, and now we have 4 altogether. Now I absolutely love them, so they definitely grew on me. So
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens a lot. Like my dad, he wasn't a big cat person, but my mom was. So he was like, all right, he told her that they could get a cat. And so I've grown up with at least one cat in the household the whole time, and he was like, yeah, I used to not like cats, but your mama loves them, so I compromised.
So can anyone else think of any book related questions to ask or anything off the top of your heads before we move to the least favorite?
The hate.
The hate round.
The rants.
What was I have one. What was the best or I guess your most favorite art that you read?
Favorite art.
It's gonna be Dorohedoro again. I can't. I mean, it does everything I love, including the art. So that would be my pick again.
Mine would probably be a tie between Demon Slayer and Dorohedoro. That one's really good too.
Yeah.
I like seeing all the different art styles in betwixt.
I have
Because
that on my
there's
list.
6
to get.
different
Y'all
artists.
have
Yeah,
convinced me.
that was
I need
cool.
to get that one.
And I think
For
I have
me,
read,
it was this one.
yeah.
The
I
art
think-
is just.
Oh yeah.
This one was probably mine.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like this one for some reason. I don't really like reading like manga in color. I know it's like a webtoon or a manhwa or whatever, and that I don't know. It kind of like I kind of don't like it because I'm so used to my black and white manga, but this one it just seemed to like glow. Like it had this like glow quality about it, and I
Wow,
don't even
that's
know like how to describe it, but it just seemed like every page was like glowing.
What's the name again? 15 or 50?
Freaking romance.
Oh, okay. I'm not even close.
Yeah. But it just seemed to like glow, and I don't know. It was hilarious too. So I just wasn't used to like actually liking the color art, I guess. So I don't know. But yeah, there's one of like a ghost like thing. So I don't know. It just had like a glowing kind of quality about it.
I need to start bringing a notebook to these labs so I can write down all these titles that
I had to go get my notebook so I can. This is for the worst reads though. I had to get my notes, so I'm
You made notes.
well prepared.
I made notes on every single one of them. The only thing is I did my notes like on random papers that I would find, and so they're all over the place. So I don't. So they were pointless. But my favorite, I know, like my favorite art is between this one, Phantom Tales of the Night. I just love like, and they're also like, always every single page is like completely covered, always. It's so detailed, and then this one because it's different. It's like new. It's like I haven't seen any like art like this before. I was trying to find it. Was there not a color page? I swear there was a color page. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think there was like a color page in like each in the front. Oh, you're talking about that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I looked, and the cover page is the same as the cover.
Yeah.
So
those covers just look so pretty.
Oh, they're amazing.
it's just so different.
Oh,
So
I'm definitely picking that one up.
you-
Yeah, I'm totally curious about that one now.
Me
I
too.
would. I mean, I knew I was gonna like it, but I didn't know I was gonna like it as much.
That's all you had to say is they cut their arms off. I'm in.
What's the name?
I feel
It's
so,
so weird.
Whoa, okay, there we
Why am
go.
I like this?
I was crying when I was sad. Like, oh, it was awful. It was just the fact that they just torture these poor centaurs. But
They
yeah.
totally sold us on all, like us all on it. So bad.
Yeah, because I mean they're trying to like make them submissive, and it's just
They can still kick them.
they-
Cut my back legs off. See how that works.
And I think it'd just be an interesting sort of story to really show just how humans as a culture or society can behave. I don't know. I think that sounds like just an interesting take.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of what I was picking up exactly what I was picking up on it, and it was just it was
The
awesome.
psychology of it all.
Yeah.
Psychology of it all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did everyone go on their favorite arcs before?
Actually, I just wanted to show in Dracula. That's my one. I think one of my favorite pages. I think it's absolutely amazing. Is I don't know if you guys are gonna see. I'll try to bring it up as close as possible. But it's the one where he has his.
Oh, that ain't
I
it.
just yeah.
I was
I don't
trying
know.
to
Can
find
you
the
see?
one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the way like the light reflects in his on his face,
that's
but
cool.
like you
That
see the
is really
There we
shadow.
go.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Figured it out.
I think it's so beautiful, like the way they
But
shot that.
Hello up there.
It's like
Oh, wow.
it's like yeah, it's like creepy.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know. I just love this picture so much.
super creepy.
And you found Candle.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
there
a-
you go.
And
there's a
Yeah,
picture
I-
of him there.
Yeah, 'cause that's
It's
a
actually
Warren
the
Jackson
picture
shadow.
that I put on my bingo. I mean, there's much more beautiful pages, but this I don't
Yeah.
know. It just really I like the shadow on his face, but with the candle, I don't know. And plus, it's like you look at him and then you see the person in the back. Like I just, it's
that's the
one of
first
my
thing I
favorite
saw. I was like,
pages.
ooh, hello.
Yeah.
Do man
Yeah,
need some
'cause-
underwear?
Or maybe not.
You're gonna be climbing
Or
the
not.
ceiling. That's some underwear, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like the shading and stuff in this one was really
Yes.
cool. Like just there was line work everywhere.
Yeah, and also the old type of like I don't know, like you could see like the doors in the back. They're like old doors. I just love that picture so much.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That was really neat how they did that.
Yeah.
And you can even see like behind like after the door, you could see there's a room
Mm-hmm.
like with I don't know if it's a table like it's
Yeah, or
amazing.
piano or something.
Oh, it might be, but it's just like
Something.
it's nice to see beyond. Like that's a lot of work to do.
A lot of detail
Yeah, a lot of detail. Yeah,
and attention to detail. Yeah, I love it when mangas do that, where it's not just blank space, but like actually like a lot of attention to it.
yeah, it gives it another dimension too. Like it's just like
Yeah,
it's not flat. It looks really amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Anyone else on the favorite arts, or you don't have to go, but I just want to make sure everyone.
I mean,
Some answers. in
I
the
went
chat.
with Junji Ito for my favorite art. I just really liked the art in it.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, we got an art. Which hat wins the art category for me? I did enjoy the art in Dora Dora though. There was too much boobage for me. In Dora Dora?
Doro Hey Doro is written by a woman, if that makes any difference.
Mm.
I'm not sure it does make
I
any
think it
difference.
does.
But
I do think it does because the way that the new quote unquote fan service is handled is different. It's not non-consensual. It's almost like it's comedy. Like when Abisu is running around with like her boob out because she Fujita couldn't put her dress on properly when she's all kind of messed in the head, and they're just like, oh, her tits out, and nobody cares. And she's walking around, nobody cares, and so there's just, it's really funny. Like it's different. It's a different form of fan service, not like creepy,
Yeah.
It's not made to, you know what the other fan service is made for, and it's kind of like, ugh, really. But yeah, when it comes to Dora Hey Doros, it's definitely different feel to it. It's not as, I don't know, scumbag, creepy.
Which publisher is Doro Adoro?
Viz.
Oh, great. Okay, so that means we'll most probably will be able to read it on Viz.
Probably.
It might be on the website. It would be on the website, not on the app, because it's.
Yeah, because of the explicit material.
Let me
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'll check it out. Not for the boobs, but for
Yeah.
Don't
judgment.
lie.
No judgment.
So
I'm bugging.
I came up with another question, and how about a favorite character?
Mm.
Ooh.
I have to think.
Yeah, that one's a doozy.
Mm.
And I'll go first.
I already have one. Oh,
You go
okay.
ahead. Oh, go ahead. Kitty Crab.
Okay, so again, an unfair question because I mean, I love Dorohedoro like to a point where it's probably going to beat out a lot of the other things I read. But one of my favorite characters of all time is Ibisu. I think I've talked to you guys about really wanting her figure.
Yeah.
Because she's hilarious and like in just random scenes. If you look at the background, and I know there's a lot going on, but you'll sometimes see Ibisu doing the weirdest things, just like and so random. Yeah, so she's hilarious, and I guess that would probably be my favorite.
Yeah. And okay, mine would have to be in Phantom Tales of the Night. There's this guy named Spider, and he works in the inn, and he's pretty much half human and half spider. So that's what I found my spider prompt. But he's just very he's kind of standoffish, but he's very kind and he's hot, so that helps. Yeah, that's why he's my favorite. Let me actually find it. That would be nice. Yeah, I found some of my notes. But anyways,
Yay!
not the greatest picture of him, but the first one I could find. But there he is. Wait, there you go. But yeah, I really liked him as a character. He's one of my new favorite characters. So. Yeah.
I'll also pick a reread, but Ajin. I mean, the antagonist in Ajin is one of the best antagonists I've ever read. I've said that a million times already, but it's true.
Agreed.
Incredibly memorable antagonist. But I also like the main character. I know that's like if you go read reviews on my anime list or something, people always complain about the main character, but I really like the main character. I think he's interesting. I mean, he's not the most unique main character ever, but he's interesting enough. So have those two kind of in a battle of wits throughout the series is really fun reading experience. So that's my pick.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if I can narrow it down to just one. Can I have three?
Yes. Go.
No, you're only allowed to have one favorite.
All right. So here, I figured out how to do the solo thing. So
if I read Golden Kamui, I would pick 3 different characters from Golden Kamui.
Oh, would you? See,
Yeah.
I love Sugimoi, and I love what's her name?
Asurka.
Yeah. I love her. They're just so funny. She's like trying to give him an eyeball to eat. He's like, okay, if I have to. Love them. And then this guy, I forget what his name is. He's hilarious. He's in there for just like the comedy relief, I feel like. But yeah, so funny. I mean, he's constantly getting bitten in the head by animals, like just random animals. It doesn't matter what animal. He's always getting bit in the head with it. But yeah, I really like those 3 characters together and their dynamic and just the hilarity that ensues. And yeah, they're all good looking. So, you know.
I'm not sure what volume it's in, but in a couple of the like extra little pages they have in between chapters, they have like their gear or whatever they have in their packs for each character. And so for the last guy you showed, Shiraishi, the only gear he has is a piece of candy.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody else has all these tools and stuff, and his is just candy.
Yeah. It's not this one. But yeah, they're always like goofing off, like just it's usually around food.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love their dynamic.
I have a couple of favorites. I I don't know if anybody would agree with me, but in Alice in Borderland, I really like the main character here just because I feel like, sorry, right here, because I feel like he grows a lot, and I like seeing growth in characters.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Because he just, I don't know. I mean, that's a really bad look because he's pretty beat up in this picture, but he just learns a lot. And then Nezuko from Demon Slayer, I really like her character so far. So
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Was it Arasu? Is his name?
yeah, sorry.
I like how he tries to stay positive in this like oppressive world, and I think this, and like there's times where it gets him down, but then something snaps him out of it. I'm like, we could do this, and he's just so positive all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of people are drawn to him.
And I feel like he just grows so much because he's so like wanting something different in the first volume about everything, and then he's like, I don't know. I feel like just everything about him grows,
Mm-hmm.
in a good way.
Okay, so my favorite character, I read the first volume of Tokyo Ghoul. My favorite character is probably Toka. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
I love her character so much. I just like how strong she is, and she's probably my all-time favorite character. She's also my icon for my picture, so I'm a little biased, but I really like her.
Is this your first read of Tokyo Ghoul?
Yes, I've watched the anime, but I just read the first volume of it, and I'm really excited to read more.
Yeah, because that's what I did. I watched the anime first, and then I was like, I really want to read the manga. So I think I've read like 1 through 8 so far, but
yeah.
Did everyone give their favorite characters?
I don't have any.
Really?
Well, I feel like the things that I've read it's not like long, like let's say, Mimi's Tales of Terror. It's like you don't get really attached. Mermaid Saga, it's like 2 omnibuses, but I don't know. I feel like I like the story, but it's not like I'm not learning for any of the characters or anything.
Yeah.
Geo, there's nothing really I can, so I think all the books I read, there's either I started to read them so I don't have any attachment, or it's just it's just one book. So I like Tomie, like I like the way I like the story of Tomie. I like the way she's drawn, and I like the way she's creepy. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moonbeam says she can't pick. She can't pick a favorite.
I wouldn't either if I read all those series. If I read 100 volumes, I wouldn't
right?
be able to pick a favorite either.
That's a lot. Yeah.
No way.
So many characters.
Yeah.
Try to choose one. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I'd probably put one character from a series in a different series and be like, wait, they weren't in that series.
Too many names.
Did you want me to keep going with questions, or did you want to do the least favorite? Or 'cause I have.
What else you got?
Time that you're reading that made you cry, or the saddest moment.
That is.
I don't read horror to be
I
sad.
don't tend to get emotional
Well,
like that when I'm reading manga, usually. So
my My
I
next
was
question
a
was
time.
the most scariest moment. So that was my next.
Scariest moment is good. I can
Okay.
do scariest. Hold on.
One that made me cry is all the dead animals. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, there's that. Yeah.
But if we want to just, so let's skip to the most scariest then. So the most like terrifying or the most creepy. Yeah, let's do that instead. Sorry.
I'll go.
Okay.
So I already said the summer Hikaru died, but that was only one moment in there that creeped me out. But betwixt, there were a couple different stories that creeped me out. And I know Mark already mentioned the one
I was just looking
jump scare, but I was looking, I'm like, wait, which jump scare are you talking about? Because I thought there were a couple of them in
Oh
there.
no, I'll find the one that I'm thinking. Oh, there it is.
There was the cat one and
it gives me the chills.
The cat one and the closet one, I'll say. Those two were
closet one is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I was talking about it depends on which way did you read it? Yeah, that was one of them.
This was the scariest part.
Did you start with the American version or the American ones?
Yeah, because that's where I started reading. This was never left. I read the sample online, so I'm like, well, I'll just continue reading it because I need to know what he pulls out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really creepy.
Interesting. So I read it the opposite way.
Oh,
so the last story I read was really creepy. And I think not a lot of people would like that one because there aren't very many answers. Like it's very open-ended, but that one creeped me out. So I think this one, if we're counting like most moments I was creeped out, it'd be this one.
Yeah, I think same. But I think for most emotional, I feel like this
that's emotional
because there's some things that happen and it's like I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, why is this happening to some people? And I'm like, but yeah.
How many what are you up to with the volumes with that one, Mark?
18. I'm caught up.
Oh, okay, you're caught up. Okay, yeah.
I started from 7 and then read all the way up to 18. So it was a roller coaster.
Roller coaster. Yeah. For me, actually, I actually had my first manga jump scare too, but in a different series than what you guys are talking about. I had my first ever jump scare in Blood on the Tracks on the 14th volume, where it also involved a cat.
Yeah.
I just was not expecting it because it was around the end point and in the middle of like tension really sort of building with him and his mom. And right, like in the midst of that, you turn the page and like the dead cat is just right there with the flies with the white out eyes, and it's like hissing or growling or something at you. That way, I was not expected. It's a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, but yeah, I was like, whoa! I wasn't expecting that to come when it did. So I've never had that happen to me before, having been jump scared actually reading. So that was an interesting experience for me.
Yeah.
And you said in volume.
Yeah, that would be nice.
14,
yeah.
How about
Sorry
you?
if anyone hasn't read that.
Sorry. Chloe?
The one that was probably the scariest for me was probably that Never Left in Betwixt. That one creeped me out. Because what they pulled out of the water, I was like, oh!
Yeah.
That creeped me out.
Okay. Yeah, and just like all the like psychological games that happened afterward were just like, whoa. I'm like,
Right?
I'm out, guys. See you later.
Definitely.
Did you guys take off the sticker on Betwixt to make it so it?
I didn't.
Yeah.
It won't damage it. You can take it off.
Okay.
The sticker's fine.
Okay, I'll have to take that off then.
Just so then you can't really tell which way it's supposed to go. There's no back to it. Yeah.
I think they put that on there so they could just scan it.
Yeah.
I'll also say this: if anyone's wondering how to remove stickers from any sort of manga, even like a paperish kind of matte manga, best thing to use is a hairdryer because it melts the adhesive, and then you could just and then it just slides right off, and you could just wipe the adhesive off with a cloth, and then it comes right off. So
you take your stickers off your butt.
Yep.
Do it.
That's not a question.
That's not what the question is.
Sue, did you want to go next?
Yeah. I really don't get scared much. But I would say like the page that I really enjoyed was the page I showed in Dracula,
Oh yeah.
because I think it's when I saw him like and then I saw her after on the ceiling. I went like, whoa.
Mm.
That was, I guess, my only jump scare, but I didn't. It's not that I was scared. It's just I didn't expect a woman be holding onto the ceiling naked. You know what I mean?
We got our underoos.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I had others. Not that I can remember anyway. And nothing made me cry.
Yeah, I don't think I cried at all.
Christy, did you go?
No. I don't know if I had anything that really made me scared, but I had there was a couple of parts in Doru Hidoru that were kind of like gave me the heebie-jeebies. Like a lot of the times it's a lot of body horror, like they would turn humans I don't know if they're humans, like the sorcerers or whatever would turn some of the people into bugs and stuff, and I'm not a bug person, so that was just kind of like you know, and they were like not even like spiders or anything. They were like cockroaches and stuff like that, and I was just like, ugh, no.
One of the best characters in there is a cockroach.
Yeah.
I have to overlook that then once I get to that part.
One of the best characters.
It was pretty cool. Very shocking.
Very shocking. You're right.
Yeah, you get that.
I get it.
Yeah, so I
I might
keep saying
change my mind, but
what?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, did you have another one?
Oh, no, I was just saying that might change my mind if one of the characters is actually a good character that's way, but I don't
One hole.
Oh, he's cool. Cool.
Good at baseball.
So I keep mentioning this one, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, I know. It nothing like scared me, but it was kind of like what you just said about like body horror. Like you can see people's like rib cages and like spiders coming out of people, and I don't know, it's just really like it kind of really creepy. And then it didn't like scare me, but the atmosphere was so like scary that I was expecting something to jump out at you at like any time, like so.
Well, the lady scared me.
Oh
like,
yeah.
In that
Oh,
one,
yeah.
she's like, you know, what'd she say? She's like, you got to get away from it, or something like that, or
Yeah. Or you.
yeah. I was like, oh gosh.
There's some answers in the chat if you want.
Oh. Hello, we are doing good. How are you? Promise Neverland wrecked me. I cried a lot.
You can definitely do that from Promise Neverland.
Yeah.
I am halfway through that, or almost. No, I'm more than halfway through that series.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try the anime for that one.
Okay, only the first season though. Seriously, don't watch the second season. Seriously.
I heard
I
that.
Just don't do it.
Oh, don't do it? Oh, okay.
No, the first season's fine. You can watch the first season. It's fine.
don't.
Just,
Okay.
First season's
Second season,
fantastic. Second season is a stinker. It is a stinky stinker.
it literally skips the best arc arguably the best arc in the manga, and just doesn't mention.
And
it
then
at all.
Speed runs the whole thing, then tries to put it together like with like assholes. Basically, it's just that just makes no sense. No, seriously, it does not make any rational, logical sense. It's just like, wait, what? How does that work? And yeah, it's stupid. It's really stupid.
Yeah, I'll have to. Maybe it's on the Viz app. Maybe I'll check that out.
It's on the Viz app or on the Shonen Jump app. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So
And- Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I looked it up, and Dorohedoro is on the website for Viz.
Oh, okay, good. I'll check it out.
Yeah. So just to recap, so we did our for the categories. We did our favorite. We did. I can't even. We did the most scariest. What else did we do? I know we just did.
Most surprising.
Yeah, most surprising.
Yeah, surprising.
Yeah.
Favorite
Favorite.
characters.
Oh yeah, favorite character.
Yeah.
Favorite art style.
Favorite. I love it how I ask the questions. Okay.
Maybe you've been taken over by something.
I mean, I think that every day. Anyways, so do you want to do the least favorite, where we talk trash about?
I'm ready
Yep.
for hate.
Do it.
Tony's got a
I'm
whole
a trash
notebook,
talk.
so
Listen,
So, Tony, you want to go first?
hell yeah, I want to go first. I'm not even going to talk about homunculus. I'm not even going to talk about homunculus.
Kitty Cat, you're going to go last.
Okay, yeah. I'll do the homunculus.
I'm not even going to talk about
I'll
that
pick it
one.
up.
The one I'm going to talk about was definitely the most disappointing. I think the worst I read was Portis, but it's like so bad it's not even worth mentioning. So I think the most
Because I really like the cover of it.
The most disappointing is for the kid I saw in my draft.
Yes!
I have not even mentioned at all anywhere, I don't think, besides that I
It's
was going
not.
to read it.
So
Um,
bad.
But how far did you read?
I read to volume 2. I made it
Yeah.
to volume 2, and then
I thought it was fine at that point.
yeah.
I mean, it
Oh.
wasn't great, but it was fine.
No.
But I'll give a very brief synopsis. This is about a guy who, when he was 5 years old, his entire family, including his twin brother, was killed by some dude that came into his house. And so now he's out for revenge, basically. And so it skips to when he's about 18 and he's trying to find the person who killed his whole family, right? And that's all I'm going to say, I think, about that. But hold on, I'm reading my notes. So this is supposed to be a mystery thriller manga, and it's 11 volumes long. And the mystery part is basically concluded, or you don't have any more mystery after volume 7. There's nothing else keeping you reading. Like all the mysteries have been solved. So now you're just kind of seeing the repercussions and seeing the conflicts that happen. And when you're reading a mystery manga, I want it to be mysterious. It's not mysterious anymore if everything's already been answered halfway through the series. Why am I still reading it? And I've mentioned this before, but like mystery thriller series, not just manga, but anything, I really struggle with it because I make guesses and I'm disappointed when I'm right and I'm disappointed when I'm wrong at the same time. Because if I'm right, then, oh, it was just predictable. But if I'm wrong, then I don't like being wrong. So I'm not very good at reading mystery thriller manga. So the more that was revealed, the less I want to read it, basically, which is a problem because that's the whole point. is it's a thriller manga. But the thing that actually makes this, like, I would argue, bad is there's a relationship in here between a 16-year-old boy and a 25-year-old woman, and they have a kid, and that's like, and there's never anything to challenge it at all, like not even questioning, like not even characters being like, oh hey, that character or that person's kind of old for you. There's no questioning of it at all. None. And yeah, and the ending was not very good, very disappointing. There's another character in here. I don't know how to say this without spoiling stuff, but there's another character in here who I felt kind of messed up the plot, and it wasn't fun anymore. And I don't know if any of that made any sense, but this was not very fun to read.
I'm glad I dropped it.
I can tell you more that happens in it if you want. But I mean, Marg, I can message you. But
Yeah.
that's all I have about
That's
that.
interesting though, because I know that you really liked Otherworld Barbara, but that one is very sort of got a mystery element to it that doesn't get really revealed
but I
until
wouldn't-
later.
I wouldn't describe that as a thriller though. Like in Otherworld Barbara
Yeah,
was
it's-
like mysterious the whole way, almost. It was really mysterious.
Hmm.
And that one I think
Oh
plus
yeah,
the
totally. It was
characters-
always confusing at first to try to figure out what parts went where and how it would come together and make sense. So definitely
Mhm.
that.
And that one I think was like the characters were interesting enough. The whole situation was more, there was a lot more there than just who killed my entire family kind of story, right?
Yeah, there's a lot more complexity to it.
The other one I want to mention because it's kind of funny, so just bear with me for a minute. Last time,
Oh no, okay.
I started reading Dark Gathering, right? Those first two volumes, could not stand them. I'm sorry, those first volumes, I did not like them at all. Volume 3 was way better. It introduces like another character that I liked way better than like the rest of the characters combined. And it actually stops being quite as episodic as the first two volumes.
Yeah.
So I'll keep reading it, which is
Oh, really interesting.
anyway,
I was
I'll
not
keep reading
expecting
it because
that.
I liked volume 3, but the first two volumes I would not describe as very
Well,
good.
like I said before, in last stream, I think how it is episodic, which can get tedious, but that's how I find that a lot of shonen start on as like more episodic, so that you get a kind of a feel of the world and the characters before we get into the nitty gritty. So yeah, I'm surprised that you enjoyed the third one though, as much as you did, that you'd actually continue.
It's almost only because if they didn't introduce that new character in volume 3, I don't think I would have liked it anymore, or I don't think I would have continued reading it. It was just that one character, and for a shonen series, if I don't care about the characters, I'm not going to like the series, like almost at all. So I still don't really care for the first 3 characters, but whatever.
I mean, you also hate children.
I hate what? I don't hate children. I hate I don't hate them. I don't like children characters who like have spirit powers because I think that's silly. But whatever.
Yeah. I was just bugging. I'm bugging.
No, it's okay. Anyway, look, I didn't even talk about homunculus. I could have.
That's okay.
For a long time. You can watch my in my manga reads video. I'll talk about that. Homunculus. I'll save it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm done.
Anyone else have any disappointing or least favorites?
Yeah, I have a Geo that I was a bit disappointed. But because I love like sea stories.
Yeah.
I didn't really know, like I know it's comedic also, like it was a bit crazy, but I feel like the beginning of where she smells all the time, I smelled it because she said she smelled it, and I had a hard time going through the smell part.
Yeah.
And then the fish that has legs, like robotic legs, and I'm like, whoa, where are we going with this? It just
that one was all over the place.
Yeah.
it was just that wasn't my best read for sure. It's like I was able to go in and out, and I was like, where was I? Like it was just, I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it as much as the others. I think that's the one that I'm a bit disappointed. That's it.
I'm gonna go next because you're talking about fish. I thought that was a good
Interesting segment.
Yeah, so I just actually bought this off of Earth. And, think I read, because it's 11 volumes, so I was like, I'm going to give it halfway. So I read it up to volume 5, and I didn't hate it. I just, honestly, it's going to sound bad, I just did not care when a character died at all. Like,
The characters were very vanilla.
Yeah, they really were. And what's weird is, like, well, the main guy kind of got on my nerves, and then all the other characters that, like, I just didn't care about at all. So, like, it was kind of, like, just kind of boring just watching them die, like, one after the other. So, like, it's definitely not my least favorite. So, like, I mean, I guess I'm really glad I didn't have, like, a bad read, I guess. So, yeah, but that's mine.
Yeah, I found what was the guy? That one guy that could just kill the fish. What was his?
Yeah,
the homeless guy. He was the most interesting.
Yeah, he's the most interesting, but at the same time, I if he died, I wouldn't have cared. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I actually was meant to. I'm gonna message you later if you don't mind spoiling the ending for me, because I'm not gonna read it.
I'm trying to remember the ending.
Send it to me. I would think a character.
Can you please spoil me? I don't actually read the. I do want to know what happens.
I would think the manga about killer goldfish. You shouldn't care about the characters. Like, that's not why you're reading it. It's about the
Yeah,
who cares?
I didn't really care about the fish either, really.
I think they were creepy.
Yeah, they were creepy.
They would just say stuff, and you're like, "What? Why are they saying that?" I'm like, "Why? Like, are they gonna explain that?" And they kind of did, I guess, at the end. But yeah, I was more reading them like, where did they come from? What is going on? But yeah, all the characters were kind of like, eh. But the mystery was what I hung in there for. And then when you finally figure it out, you're like, oh, all right, that was something. It's like one of those B horror flicks. I feel like is one of these, but it wasn't very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I was disappointed with Can't Stop Cursing You. It seemed like the story was just getting interesting, then it ends. Yeah, I got canceled. So they had to like it. So it was kind of sad that it was a really good like series until it got canceled. But they're so well thought out, I thought. Like all the like paranormal stuff and the death game. The death game one was my favorite, I think. But yeah, it was kind of disappointing that it just ended. Shibuya Goldfish seems like one of those series with an intriguing concept, but doesn't go beyond that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could see that.
Chloe?
Yeah, the ones that I was probably most disappointed with is volume 3 of Orochi. I just didn't like it as much as I liked the first two, so I was kind of sad about that because I really loved the first two, and the third one just wasn't as good, in my opinion.
Yeah. The fourth one's not even worse.
Oh.
It's like, oh, all right, well, that was something I read.
Wow. So far, Cat-Eyed Boy is better than Orochi, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
So far.
Yeah. I read that it was kind of like the same concept.
It
was
is.
just a Cat-Eyed Boy now watching like other people. I'm like, do I really want to read this?
Cat-Eyed Boy is more involved in this.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's more involved in the story, whereas Orochi is more just watching these stories.
Yeah.
Cat-Eyed Boy is a little bit more involved in the stories.
Oh.
How are you? Because I'm thinking about picking that one up. How are you?
I liked it.
Okay.
I mean, Kazuo Umezu isn't my favorite author or anything, but I do like reading classic horror manga, and Cat-Eyed Boy is pretty good.
On the Viz app.
Yep, that one's on the Viz app too.
Mm-hmm.
The entire series is on there, so you don't have to just stop after the first volume if you don't want to.
Oh
yeah. Christy, did you go?
I didn't really have anything.
Oh, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So, Kitty Cat.
All right. So, My most disappointing was Humunculus because, well, I was
I thought you
extremely
were gonna pick
excited
something else.
and then I read the first omnibus and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. A little on the nose, but whatever. Then the second omnibus came out, and boy, was that a stinker for me. And I'll explain why. It's the fact, I think a lot of it too, it seems really pretentious, as if
Yes.
it's almost as if the author's trying to get on a soapbox to, explain how the world is and how the world works, as if we can't tell what he's doing, and like that he has so profound messages to sort of, give out. And it's like, it's not that deep, dude. That's one. Two, I don't like the way another thing I wanted to mention is a lot of people, like Tony and all that, find that it went on extremely long what happens in the second omnibus, which is true, which is basically him kind of showing, like, okay, how am I going to put this? It's kind of like trying to not to be mean. Basically, it's about this teenage girl who is trying to feel by going out and being more sort of, again, pushing boundaries, like rebellious, like regular teenage shit. And so the way that he cures this of her is by almost raping her for about like 2 volumes straight. And then because he bites her and she can feel again. Then all of a sudden, like, they're best friends. Like, oh yeah, like almost like thank you. It's like, so he pretty much, I don't know. It's like she was basically the message for me, anyways. Is like, well, she was asking for it. You just kind of give it to her straight like that, and eventually she'll like turn around or something. It seemed just super pompous and pretentious of the author to try to like cure this girl's I don't know, apathy and rebellious streak by almost raping her, and then she's able to feel if like once he hurts her. It's a really just gross message to me, and it went on for super long, and the book stinks literally and figuratively.
It does. It smells really bad.
Yeah.
That's the book that made me cry because it smells so bad.
Yeah.
My eyes water.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, and the way that all of a sudden how it ends with her just being like so thankful, like thank you for doing that to me. Everything's great now in Sunshine and it seemed just super pompous and pretentious and not at all profound. And I'm not surprised. I know people are gonna go like, yeah, but I'm not surprised a man wrote this. So yeah, I dropped it and I'm not picking it back up except for maybe reading it online when I want to do a review on it. But yeah, because I do want to read the whole series because I want to get the whole thing and then just kind of do a deep dive on what it says and what I think of it and how stinky it can get. We'll see. But yeah, so that's my big ranting. Yeah.
I did say when I read the first volume that I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it got kind of preachy, because it did seem like
preachy.
The first volume is like they have this idea where, hey, this person can see the monsters that are inside people, right? And everyone has a hidden monster. Well, not everyone, but most people have hidden monsters inside them, which is not the most creative thing in the world. Like, it was entertaining in the first omnibus, but then in the second omnibus, they take one character's like metaphor of this person's made of symbols because they pay too much attention to what other people think of them. So they're just made up of everything that, like, they have nothing to say for themselves. They're basically made up of everything that everyone else puts on them. And sure, that's a metaphor you can make, but that's the only metaphor for an entire omnibus. And it's just over and over and over again. Hey, did you know that she's made up of symbols that other people are attributing to her? Hey, did you know that she's still made up of symbols that other people are attributing to her? And it's just not interesting to read. It's just not interesting to read. Like even besides all the
It's not-
like what it's
yeah.
saying, it's just not a creative metaphor.
hmm
So that's
And it's not that deep. He doesn't even make her complex at all, really.
yeah.
Like to even delve into the topic, to be so preachy about it. It just it's weird. I find it, yeah. It's very superficial kind of take.
And not to mention the snot.
It wasn't just not either.
It wasn't just snot. There was other things.
That's not.
I was like,
Yeah,
body
it's just
fluid.
weird.
I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, so.
We should have come up with like okay, let's move. What's our topic to move past that? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was a topic that we saved for the last one. So
Your least favorite character.
Yeah, going on.
favorite
I mean, I think we could talk about what we're gonna read in November.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll be spoiling. Whatever. I don't care. Okay.
We can do that.
Or the 2 weeks nostalgia.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
just meant in general, but or for that. Either way.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I'm doing another readathon. I'm crazy. I know. In hindsight, I should have put a week in between the Freakathon and this one, but I didn't because I don't know. I just don't think ahead. But yeah, it's called Nostalgic November. I don't even know the name of it. Like I can't even shoot. So I think it's Nostalgic November. It's the 1st through the 15th. So you're basically supposed to read something like an older series that makes you feel nostalgic. I am going to read Fushigi Yugi because it was the very first anime that I fell in love with way back in the day. I think it was from the 90s. So I'm going to be reading the manga, which I've never read the manga before. So I'm going to read the manga. I think I'm going to read Marmalade Boy because that's an older series. And then I've got some other ones to pick from. I just don't know which ones I want to do just yet. It'll probably be like some older shoujo series because I've got a lot of them and I need to read them so I can either A, keep them or B, unhaul them because they've been on the shelf for too long. So that's my plans for November.
So it's not a reread necessarily for you.
It could be a reread if it gives you like nostalgic feelings. That's fine too. Just whatever you want to read. But, yeah, I've never read like some of them, but I know of them. And like the Marmalade Boy one, I haven't read before, but it takes place in the 90s, and I feel like a lot of the talk that they like the slang and stuff that they use in it is very 90s, and I'm like, oh yes. And the clothing in it too, very 90s.
Yeah, I was just about to say the clothing, the dated clothing, and the dated art of like shoujo usually has very dated art.
It does,
Well,
yeah.
shonen too. But yeah, so definitely gives you a nostalgic.
I feel like that about Banana Fish. Like Banana Fish, you can feel is like it's not timeless. Like you know where it took place.
Yeah.
When it was written.
Clothing.
Yeah,
and some
the
of the
hair
like
too.
that one Japanese guy just reminds me of like one of those 80s porn stars because he's got the big stash and he's got like that 80s shirt. Oh my god, it's so funny. I can't help it. It's a serious manga, but I look at him and I laugh. And all I hear is wow, wow, wow when I see him on the paper.
Yeah, you can read Banana Fish.
Actually, that is what I am in the middle of reading. I'm picking up the rest of the volumes. Complete the series. I'm about half of it so far, so I'm already on top of that nostalgia train.
There you go.
I am going to read INBU, which is a old Tokyo Pop manga that I used to read at least once a year, but I haven't read it in about 3 years now. So that one's going to be really nostalgic for me. It's like a shoujo. It focuses on 4 different high school chicks. And then I want to read Marmalade Boy because it's been sitting on my shelf since the beginning of time. And I haven't read it yet. So I need to get on that. And yeah, so you made me think I could if I wanted to. I have so much that I want to read this month, but I could read my first anime ever, which was Tenchi Muyo.
That would be a good one for nostalgia.
Yeah, because I've read back then. I'd read back when I first got into manga. I'd read the manga volumes out of order whenever I picked them up. So I know I've read some of them, but I haven't read like from start to finish. But I have the thing. So I could do that, but like there's 2 months in the year, and in December I'm dedicating it to something else. So I have to try to fit in all my other ones that I want to get read. Like I want to finish about said Vinland Saga, but I meant Vagabond. I need to finish Vagabond. I'm on Omnibus 7, and that needs to get read this year, or I'm going to give up on it. So I've restarted that so many times. It's not that I'm not enjoying it; it's that I get distracted, and it's that I forget what happens. I have to go back. And I probably read like volume 1 through 4 at least 1 time now, and I'm just gonna give up on the series. I don't finish this year, so I need to finish that. I need to finish Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm loving.
That's another good one.
Yeah, I'm loving. Oh my! I could actually read that for your thing because watch the anime. That would be nostalgic. That would work perfectly.
I think I might read that too because that was the very first anime I've ever watched. Ever. And it was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And then I happened upon Fushigi Yugi and then Gundam Wing and Tenchi Muyo and all that. So I forgot about that one. I'm gonna write this down because I'm
gonna stop giving me ideas. And now I can read the Gundam Wing that you told me too. Since I just got that series, I think I'm gonna hold off on that one. But
you know what? I think I'm gonna bump Marmalade Boy. Because I kind of want to wait till it finishes, and then I think I'm going to read Evangelion and Tenchi Muyo.
Oh man, I was hoping that you would actually read Marmalade Boy so we could talk about it.
I mean, I can. I've read 1 and 2. I can read 3.
Don't feel pressured. But yeah, so because I actually picked that one, and then you said you were going to read it. I was like, oh really? So
okay, well I'll still read it then.
Yeah, I thought it was already finished in the newer editions. Are they not?
No, I think we get 5 of them and we're on 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me let my dog in.
I do, after the readathon, I think I'm going to just binge read the heck out of Golden Kamui, so.
For me, I have two new series that are releasing in November, which I'm excited about, which is Lonely Castle in the Mirror and Orb on the Movements of the Earth. So hopefully I enjoy those. Spoiler, I guess, too, for me, my haul-log thing video. But yeah, so there's that. I'm in the middle of collecting Banana Fish and Children of the Whales. So I have a lot of that to catch up on. And I'm waiting on Bizarre to inform me he's ready to read Killing Stalking with me because we've been planning on buddy reading that for like months now.
I need volume 4. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I understand.
I'm trying to get it for $20 less.
Yeah, it's expensive, but I've already read it, so I just want to be able to like discuss it with someone, so I can wait. I'll wait till you're ready because I know what happens.
I have an idea though.
What about you with someone?
we can actually read it whenever because I can just pick up on the chapter online. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. All right. We'll message each other on Instagram later or something.
Okay, awesome.
Figure out times and all that. Cool. So yeah, that would be, I think, and other than like picking up my pre-orders, which I'm not going to explain all of them because I have to leave some mystery for my next haul video. But yeah, those are the sort of ones I'm sort of in the midst of right now, or
Nice.
excited to read and pick up. Yeah.
I'll just say a couple things. I do have a TBR video coming, but I just haven't edited it because it has other things in there. I don't want to spoil the video, but I'll just say like one or two things I'm gonna do. And I don't really have anything I'm nostalgic for because I didn't really watch anime when I was a kid. I mean, like I watched Pokemon, but so I think I should reread Real though. I read that a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago, like 2017, which feels a long time ago, and at the same time. But I still have never read the newest volume, 15, which I think came out like almost 2 years ago now, and I still haven't read that one. So maybe if I read all the other stuff on PBR, then I'll read that. But I guess I'm reading Tech on Concrete, and that came out in the 90s, but I can't be nostalgic for it because it came out before I was born. So I'll read that. And I have some other things, but I'm not going to say them here. You'll have to watch the video to see what I read.
Well, I can go ahead and it's more like basically it's not I'm not too much into anime, but I like it, but I started very late to watch them. And in manga, I've been into manga for actually a year and a half, and I almost have 500 volumes. It's a bit insane. I really enjoyed it, and I really went all in because it just oh my god, no, but really it's just yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna I have 3 volumes that I'm not sure which one I will choose, but I'll show you guys. So Daytime Shooting Star.
Yay.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that one, and it's been a long time. Well, a long time, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so maybe that one. The first series that I completed was The Promised Neverland. That was one of my first manga that I read, and I adored.
That is my first manga that I read too.
Really? Yay. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So I'm very like attached to
the first one that I collected.
Hey?
It's the first series I ever collected. Yeah.
You still have it?
Of course. It's very nostalgic for me because, like I said, it's the first manga I actually picked up to read. And I wasn't really much of an anime either fan, but yeah, that would really intrigue me. What got me into manga really hard.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I could not stop. I bought them all. Like every day, I bought another volume. Or
yeah.
Anyways, so
the same.
I just I adore it. And then the third one is Living Room Matsugana-san.
Ooh.
Which I really enjoyed that one. And it's nice because there's like they talk about Christmas and they talk about I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I want some warmth. And this gives it to me. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I think there's some good ones there.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, and sorry, I want to finish Love Me, Love Me Not. I'm missing 3 volumes and I have it complete. And Queen's Quality, I'm up to volume 7. I want to continue it, so I might continue that, and then the rest I'm just gonna get like sporadic volumes that I'm missing. like the summer Hikaru died, volume 2, and others. I write them down so I know when they're coming out or if they came out. But I'm just because sometimes like I wait because I'm like not in a hurry because I don't want to just read one volume. And I'm up to date and I read them all. So I feel like if I wait and I read it and it's every 3 months they come out, I forget the story. So I kind of like to have 2-3 volumes so I can binge them if I know I'm gonna like the story. Like I like the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
I forgot one thing that I want to read
What's that?
that I can talk about. And maybe if it shows up at my door at some point, I'd like to read Mimi's Tales of Terror.
Which one?
Mimi's
Tales of Terror. If it shows up at my door at some point, because I don't know where it is. It's in limbo.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll show up in November and I can read it then.
Oh, man. Who are you, Chloe? Do you know what you're gonna read?
I would like to do the Nostalgic November. I haven't totally decided what I want to read. I'm probably just gonna mood read it.
Yeah.
If I set a TBR, I won't get any of them read, and I'll totally go off course. This is what I did with
Relatable.
the Freakathon. Just mood read it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's too much pressure. The TBR.
It is.
It makes it
I
fun.
can't do it either.
I won't read them if I put it on the TBR.
It's like, nah, I'm not reading that.
They go on a TBR.
I'm reading the rest.
I have almost my entire month planned out, like, and in the order of what I'm going to read.
We're not
You're
worried.
you're so organized, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
You're really
It's just
good at like
I don't know.
knocking out the TBR.
It's actually I read way more if I force myself to read. I'm not forcing myself, but if I'm like, no, this is what I have to read, then I read way more.
I'm actually the same way as you. Well, like if I don't say I'm going to read it, then I'm not. Then I won't read it. But if I like all the volumes this month, so the only ones I didn't finish were the series I dropped, and then the Terra Cafe, and that so, and I read everything else. So.
Yeah, if I don't put it on my list and then check it off once I've read it, then what is the point of reading it? I need to check it off.
It's that satisfaction.
Yeah. And if I read something that's not on my TBR, guess what? I'll write it down and then check it off.
Love that. I love that.
I check them off.
It's just like I'm just going to check off.
Check, read that one, check, bye.
I do that too. There's lots of checking off things on my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Kitty Cat, did you go? Did I miss you?
I think so. Yeah. Talked about killing stalking, wanting to buddy read, and then
That's right. Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be in the whole nostalgia readathon thing just because, I don't know. Nothing really gives me a nostalgia because, like I said, like The Promised Neverland maybe just because it was my first. But I mean, I haven't been collecting as long as a lot of y'all have. And when I was younger, I watched maybe Sailor Moon, and the only other anime I actually watched scarred me for life, which was the Ninja Scrolls when I was really young. Came on television at 1 a.m. on Teletoon. Yeah, I was like young. I was like, what's this? Oh. Preteen me watching that, going, what the hell? Why is he doing that to her?
Yeah, I was 13 years old when I watched Ninja Scroll.
Yeah, I was younger than that. I remember. I think. Yeah. I was pretty young, so I don't know if y'all watched. Have y'all watched Ninja Scrolls?
No.
Any of you?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you all don't know. Bizarre knows. And I'm in Canada, so for some reason they have it uncensored on like television at like 1 a.m. on this Cartoon Network show that's called Teletoon in Canada, and it just kind of came on randomly. Like, what's this? because I was just up, right? Because I had a TV in my bedroom, and it was in the summer, and so that was an experience. But other than, and that doesn't come with a manga. I think it's an anime original. It's an older movie. And yeah, so that's basically my nostalgia for anime manga. It's that. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be actually participating, but I can't wait to hear all your reads. So when you talk about them.
Cool.
So that's about it.
Yeah. How about you, Christy?
I don't even know. Definitely gonna be
Crunchy.
finishing this one. I don't know how many times I've said this, but I'm definitely gonna be finishing this one. I don't know about the nostalgia readathon. The first manga that I ever read was Vampire Knight. But I only read like the first 2 or 3 volumes, and this was because a girl in elementary school introduced me to it. I can't remember what grade it was, but she was reading it, and I thought it was really cool. And I was like, "Oh, what are you reading?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's this. It's a Japanese manga." And she let me borrow it, and I read it. And then like I showed my mom, and I was like, "Hey, I want to start reading these," because she knew I liked reading. And so that's kind of how I got into manga. But I had a big like gap of not reading it because I had gotten into this church that was like, for some reason they thought the manga was like bad. I don't know if they just thought it was like
Devil.
all yeah like I don't know if they thought it was all like dirty or whatever, but like, and so I was kind of ashamed of reading it, so I stopped reading it for a good while until like I kind of got away from this church just because of different things, different reasons. And then I picked it back up later on in high school and in my college years and stuff. And so that's why I was like, that was the first one I read, but I really didn't read much of it. So that would be like the only kind of like nostalgia thing, I think, for me. But
to be fair, Vampire Knight is kind of dirty. But
I never mentioned what I read.
You're
Though,
straight.
But, like, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But, I mean,
misconceptions about manga.
Yeah, that's not like every manga. It's just like Vampire Knight is just it's just wacky.
I know, but they thought all of it was. But then again,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Just like, I gotta tell you guys this. So me and my fiance were in Barnes & Noble during that buy one get one half off sale, and there was this older lady in there, and she was talking to the bookseller, and she was like, "I'm looking for something for my granddaughter or grandson, something like that." And she's like, "She likes this stuff, but I just don't know anything about it." And she was looking through all of them, and she looks at one of them, and it's Rent a Girlfriend. She's like, "A girlfriend? Now that just doesn't sound right."
Oh no!
It took everything in me not to burst out laughing, and I just like went up and put my head on my fiance's shoulder, and I was like, I was trying so hard not to laugh, and she walked away, and I just bursted out laughing.
That don't sound right.
That just don't sound right.
Again, let me just point out, Rent a Girlfriend, a little dirty. but yeah, that's funny. That's so funny.
I was just like, oh God. I was like,
Damn, put that one down. That's not what you want.
I should have been like, if you want the cleaner stuff, pick X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, right.
This one.
That just don't sound right.
It was hilarious the way she said it. She had like a more of a country accent, and she was just like, "That just don't sound right." I was like, yeah,
oh, poor grandma.
She's right.
Poor Graham.
That's just all right.
That's
I guess at least she's trying.
Yep.
yeah. True. He was like, she's like, I'm the grandma that always picks out the favorite stuff, the favorite presents, and I just want to get them something that they like, but I just don't know anything about this.
Gift card.
Gift card.
Yeah.
Gift card
Yeah.
always works. Yeah.
They actually mentioned that too, because I think even the bookseller was. I have a feeling that wasn't like his section, you know, because he didn't seem to know a whole lot about it. And part of me being like the book and manga person, I wanted to be like, well, here, let me show you this.
Here's all of 40 volumes of Yona the Dawn.
Yeah.
There you go, lady.
I have to put headphones on and listen to music in Barnes & Noble so I don't talk to the random people in the aisle in the manga section. Because they'll ask questions. I'm like, no, I can't answer this question for this random stranger. I can't do it right now.
Yeah.
I have to listen to music to resist the
I know, like,
temptation to talk to strangers.
If I see someone pick up something that I know is really good, I want to say something, but then I'm like, no, 'cause then they're going to think I'm weird. And I'm like, just walk away.
Not many people actually think that you
Or
would
if there's
be
something
weird.
bad, like something you don't like in their hand, just slap it out of there. Like, no, you don't want that.
I don't want that one.
Like,
I don't want that
no.
one. That was
That one,
not good. Like homunculus. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good thing the lady didn't pick up that one.
Do you think
Put
those
that
volumes
back.
are sitting? Do you think those volumes of homunculus are sitting on the shelves without being like plastic wrapped?
Yep.
Because mine wasn't plastic wrapped when I
Yep.
got
Mine
it.
wasn't either.
Mine
wasn't either.
That's
I've
crazy.
also seen volumes of Inside Mari sitting unwrapped on the shelves at Barnes & Noble where anyone can
Yeah.
just open.
Camp's not plastic wrapped either. It's
But
like,
I
then
think it
the
depends on the publisher,
Kowloon,
though.
Kowloon is wrapped.
Kowloon is always wrapped.
I'm like, why?
Same with My Dress Up Darling.
Have
Yeah.
any of you been to Kinokuniya? The store
No.
Kinokuniya?
Mm.
It's like
Mm-mm.
huge.
They wrap
They're like
everything.
huge for their manga. If you go, I went to the one in New York City, and the top floor is just all manga. But their manga, every single one of their manga is wrapped. I don't know if it's for like
Yeah.
protection or whatever, but that's why it's crazy.
It makes
that
sense.
you see some that the explicits that are wrapped, well, mostly, but then you see some that, you know, aren't wrapped that should be wrapped, and it's, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then
I
ones
don't
that
know
aren't
if-
explicit are wrapped. Yeah, it's so weird how they choose. I think it depends on the publisher when it comes to that, because I find that like Kodansha never wraps, never.
Yeah.
Like, and then you have like
Seven
other
Seas
ones
does
that
a
do a lot of wrapping. For that,
Seven
and you're
Seas
like,
does
why? Like, what is it, Square Enix? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you wrapping this? This is ridiculous. This is nothing. Like, meanwhile, we've got that going on in that manga, and that one's just free for all. Like,
Yeah.
I know that a lot of Tokyo Pop ones, like Tokyo Pop BLs, some of them should be wrapped, and they are not. And
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
on or off.
Yeah.
That one. There's like
I went.
I've heard-
there's text, yeah, there's text all the way through it, and it's not wrapped at all, and I'm just like,
That's
Then
bad.
it makes me wonder-
My kids would go up to the bookshelf and start taking them off and
That's
flipping
what I
through them.
mean.
Like, put
Just
that
like
back.
any kid can
Yeah,
just pick
right?
up a book off a shelf and open it, and
yeah.
Then it makes
Yeah.
me wonder. if,
Luckily,
like,
Well, I
every
think there
time we
needs to
go,
be- I think there needs to be more of a universal rating system, because some of those rating systems make absolutely no sense, and it's just the publishers pulling shit out of their ass, really. and so I think that it'd be just better if they always had more of a universal kind of like consensus on what constitutes like a certain rating, because like yeah, you don't want like some 6-year-old going, "Ooh, look at these picture books. What's he doing to that lady or to that man? Why? Why are you putting that there?" Like, you know, it's just kind of
Hey,
like
Mommy,
common
what's
sense.
this
You would
picture
think
of?
they would have a
I've
universal
never seen
rating
that
system.
before.
Mm.
I just don't want
Yeah.
people to get traumatized like I was when I watched Ninja Scrolls.
yeah. Uh,
Mm.
super introverted person, but I talk to the random people asking questions. Like, I always get side eye in the manga section because I'm an older lady with graying hair. I've seen Gantz unwrapped. Oh my goodness. That one's always wrapped in my.
It's always wrapped when I see it.
Yeah, but Gigant isn't.
Maybe
and
it was
it's like,
just
Which is weird. I
Sorry,
feel like
what?
Seven Seas wraps a lot of manga,
mhm.
like for good reason. But I feel like the most volumes I've seen wrapped are from Seven
Yeah.
Seas usually.
Yeah.
It almost makes me wonder if they don't all come wrapped, and
They
maybe
don't.
it's like
They don't all come wrapped.
when they
But
come
Seven
to
Seas
the
did Homunculus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's really
Yeah.
weird that they wouldn't wrap
that's
Homunculus
weird.
or Gigant.
And now that you pointed out that Seven Seas does that, that is weird that they wouldn't do that for that one. Because they do wrap them. That is really weird.
I don't know.
But like we said before, Kowloon generic romance is wrapped.
Yeah.
Which
And
publisher
that's
does that?
Yen Press.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's because the snake tongue guy.
Tongue? Oh my god. I can't. We can't handle
I
it.
can't do it. I'm like, oh, put that back in there. Like, do we have to see it every volume? I mean, come on.
Or maybe it's
maybe because something happens later on. I know that Cherry Magic one with the BL from Square Enix, I guess, is pretty tame up until like the latter half, like later on in the series down the line after the relationship's been established. I guess then there's spice. So maybe that's why Kowloon's wrapped at this point without it being, sexy time.
No.
Who knows?
Sexy
Or maybe they don't want people to, because Kowloon is something that used to exist, and maybe they don't want everybody to start like looking into the manga.
Maybe.
Oh, we're gonna go down another conspiracy rabbit hole. Don't give Mark any ideas.
Yeah, okay. Scour the internet.
Yeah, so when I was in the bookstore, I noticed that some of the like really spicier volumes were like turned around the opposite direction. So someone must have like seen that and like just turned it around. So like
turned it around themselves.
The ones that they didn't like.
Which makes no sense. If I'm at Barnes and Noble and I see a book turned around, I want to know what book that is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave it alone. I need to know what that is
the
now.
kids from picking it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can kind of see like a parent walking down the aisle with their kid, they would want to turn around. Like, I understand that. But like my OCD, I turned it back around just because it drove me insane.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be like, what do you even need to see what's on the front? I'd be like, this isn't right. This is not how it's supposed to be on the shelf. You gotta flip all of those. They're all facing right way. I would totally do the same thing.
Do the same thing.
You guys ever rearrange the shelf for them? Like, oh, this isn't a good series, but this one, this one's good.
Well, mine are all in alphabetical order. Mine are all in alphabetical order, but sometimes they're wrong. So I'll sit there and put them in alphabetical order.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's what I do. I help clean up the shelves if it's like been like kind of been scoured through. I'm like, nope, this goes here, this goes there.
Yeah, I do that too. And then this was my worst ever. I kind of felt like I was gonna get kicked out. But they had a Junji Ito display, and they were missing some Junji Ito titles. I literally went to the shelf. Oh my god! I had that one, and then I did it.
But
it was.
It sucks. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, you gotta help the people.
Yeah, we get possessive of our manga area.
Like, oh, this ain't all of it. Let me help you.
Oh yeah.
Where do I clock in?
Well, I didn't want someone like missing out if they like wanted to collect all the like no. So, I was trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
Was it at the
fancy lanterns?
Yeah. Well. All right, guys. We've been going for 2.5 hours, and we've got 3 people still hanging on.
That's because we didn't talk about Grimace. Everyone was waiting for Grimace, and they just left because we figured we weren't talking about it.
Right, they were waiting.
Let's.
They want dirt. They want dirt.
Mark already went to McDonald's
They
this
want
week.
10
So
cents
she
or
went
I
and visited
did.
him.
You all kept talking about it so much, I had to. Although my kids were like, "Can we
I
go to
just don't
McDonald's?"
get why
Like,
Grimace has an uncle. How does he have an uncle?
what was his
He's a
uncle's
taste
name?
bud. How do you get an uncle out of another taste bud?
I just typed in O'Grimace and it came up with it. O'Grimacy. Where are we gonna get those Grimace shakes? That's what I want to know.
I just
There.
Are
noticed
you
your
wearing
Junji
a
Ito
purple
shirt,
shirt?
Mark. I
Mark?
just noticed the same thing. The Junji Ito shirt.
I love your
Oh
shirt.
yeah.
Cool.
The Uzumaki shirt.
Where'd you get that?
I think it was at Hot Topic. It's a
Oh yeah.
I think
store
so.
in the mall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the release date for the Grimace Shake. Will McDonald's bring back the Grimace Shake in 2024? Let's get that answer.
Oh no, I want one.
Oh, June. Okay, it's for his birthday in June.
He's got
That's
a birthday.
Yeah,
Wow.
Of course he does.
Release Grimace's birthday meal in June 2023. The limited time purple Grimace Shake went viral on TikTok. Will it ever return? A simple yes or no would be great, but it's a huge article.
Well, I guess in June, a berry milkshake. I guess
Oh, here's
starting
some good
summer. I guess.
Yeah. Here we go. Me pretending I don't see the Grimace Shake trend.
Oh, cute.
Here's what we know. Unconfirmed.
Hmm.
What did it even
Here's
taste
what we know.
like?
Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed.
This is one of those
Unconfirmed
articles
is
that
not
they make.
giving me answers that I want.
Such
Damn it.
clickbait.
This is
Such
one of these-
clickbait. They don't know the
Yeah.
answer.
They make it just so for when people Google Grimace Shake, then they click on their article and they get AdSense from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed berries with a hint of birthday cake.
That
Okay.
sounds-
Whoa.
was
sounds very good.
That's an interesting photo. What's the 15?
This. Oh, this one sounds good. They brainstormed strawberry shortcake, cotton candy, and fruity pebbles as various tastes. Hey, let's do the cotton candy.
Fruity Pebbles, though. I don't know. I was up to you
I
until
love
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
I used to eat Fruity Pebbles all the time.
Well, you heard it here first. Unconfirmed.
Mm.
So you didn't. You didn't hear it here
Didn't hear anything.
first. There's no news.
It
We
went-
suck
it
as
ran from
investigative
June
journalism
12th to
here.
July 9th.
At least we know when the Shamrock Shake comes.
Yeah,
St. Patty's.
March. So in
Because
June,
I guess
we need to be
taste
on
buds
the lookout.
are Irish. I don't know.
Is it minty? That one? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
shamrock?
Mhm.
Milkshake.
Mm.
I've
Yeah,
never had one.
Taste buds are Irish. That's confirmed. Taste buds are Irish. The green ones. I guess.
Yeah.
There's like copycat Shamrock Shake recipes all over the place.
Yeah,
make
you can
your
get
own.
one at Dairy Queen.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, and I think you can get that one year round too. So
Oh,
yeah, run
okay.
for their money.
All right. Well, on that note, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Dairy Queen
Before we
conspiracies
get
next.
too deep into the McDonald's lore?
Now I'm
Lumi's
starving.
like, peace out, I'm out.
Yeah. Bye. And with
Bye.
that, we've straight away our last viewers.
Have to save all that for next year.
Well, if we really wanted to get more, we can just talk about Berserk, and then a whole bunch of people will come.
Oh, that's true.
I'll just say that I don't plan on reading Berserk anytime soon. We'll have lots of people commenting about how wrong I am.
Yeah. I don't plan on reading it either. So
I
that
really
one's
don't
one
plan
that's
on
always
reading it
wrapped.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
All
not
right,
there yet.
guys. We're
I
gonna wrap it up.
thank
What's
you
that?
all for joining us this year. This was the best
Yeah.
year. It was the most funnest. That's not a word.
It was super fun.
It is
Been a
now.
lot of fun.
Funnest
The
one.
best
It was
time,
fun.
the best year, I think. Thank you so much for everyone that
Thanks to
joined.
you.
And we'll be doing this again, right? In like maybe once a month, just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not this weekend, but next Friday, I think is what we talked about. Next Friday, doing a reading sprint. So
Next Friday. Okay, in a week.
yeah, I think it's the 10th.
Yes.
if I'm correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Friday, November the 10th on a Friday.
I might not actually be able to make that one, but
No, Chloe.
I have to work. I agreed to help at a program. I work at a library, so
Oh, okay.
it's an anime
How dare.
program, so I agreed to help out.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
You
that's
get a
cool.
pass.
That sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. But yeah, we'll have one reading sprint at least once a month, depending on everyone's schedules and things like that. So we'll just keep it going.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining us in the chat and on screen. It has been like a really good year this year. I think it was a lot of fun. So
And
yeah.
and we already have a lot of ideas for next year.
Yeah, I've already got like the story templates for next year.
You're
Woo!
You know, if you not have a chainsaw.
It just hit me. It hit me all of a sudden. I'm like, I need to do this now, even though it's like a year in advance. So
You'll
Yeah.
be prepared.
I'll be prepared. I'll forget about it, and then I'll be prepared. Oh, someone's at the door.
Yeah, sorry. My dad likes to ring the doorbell a gazillion times.
Any final thoughts, anyone?
Thank you, Mark and Bazaar, for putting this on.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Yay!
Fun.
Wait. Now I have to find out what else I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, my problem would be I'd be on there all like the
I
whole
think-
time, like day, night. What else can I come up with this time? With
I
my
think you can
hands.
go like
else?
this.
Yeah, do that.
Like,
Right?
oh, I didn't do
because
it.
Maybe if we all do it.
No,
Right?
no,
Maybe
that
not.
doesn't do anything.
I've seen it. I've watched like booktube live streams
Really?
or reading sprints, and some of them do something like that.
No,
Hmm.
not my
I guess
iPhone.
Android.
What if you do just a thumbs up?
There we go.
Oh,
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 yeah, because before I did
oh,
this, and
two,
it,
Yeah.
two thumbs down.
Do two songs. Yeah.
oh no, this
do a
was
middle
one.
finger.
No,
You gotta go offline for that.
I'll try.
I
offline
You gotta go
now.
offline
okay,
for that.
okay, we'll do
I was actually gonna have to off air if you would do a middle finger. I was waiting until I did.
I'll try offline.
Well, we're
guys.
gonna go do that. So